This is the KoperCrabb Podcast.
I'm Cheney Crab.
I'm Naveen Copperweiss.
Blast beat version.
I know, we need to make a blast beat version.
If you guys have any questions to submit to the podcast, email us at KoperCrabbPodcast@gmail.com. There is link to merch in the description.
Special guest on the podcast today, Malcolm Pugh.
What'd it do?
Our first in-person Nashville guest, dude.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Good to see you, IRL. This is the first time we've hung out since we got here like a month ago, so.
We have been trying to, we've been trying to do a podcast for like 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months, technically, yeah.
Dude, it's been a long time. I can't remember. When was the original one that we did?
I can't remember, like a year ago, the first one, and then we were supposed to do one like, I don't know, back in October or September or something. And then disaster struck.
Yeah, I know.
No, we were doing it.
We were. We have a good, you and I were holding it together for a good half an hour.
Yeah.
We were just making it fucking happen. But then this is pretty much what was happening the entire time. Naveen, you was
doing stuff? Yeah.
But then you spilled shit all
I
over.
spilled a whole entire beer on my computer.
Yeah.
So that's, as we were just talking about, this is why we have this whole setup.
Yeah.
It's literally
You
because
inspired it.
we had an episode, I think it was like a half hour long.
Right.
And then I right when I was doing the intro, just fucking boom, poured the whole entire beer. Because I used to have a laptop. I didn't have this whole elaborate thing going on. And then, it sort of blew it there, basically.
You had that laptop for like decades or something, right?
I've had it since 2011.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, since 2011. It's going strong. I've used it on every tour that I've done since 2011.
Yeah.
So,
RP.
Animals, the tours that we did, those solo
I gotta
tours.
be honest though, it was like about time for it to die.
For sure.
Because every tour that we would go on with it, there was some mishap and he would get super pissed over it.
Yeah.
Because we started running lights off of it and
Oh,
it would
shit.
so both things, the tracks and the lights, it seemed like it was about to crash.
Yeah, because it's 20 years old.
Yeah. It's not like, I mean.
And you know how fast fucking computer technology goes? It's like, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that computer's going strong. And actually, it's not going strong now. I haven't tried to turn it on in a while, but
So it doesn't catch fire.
yeah. So I did turn it on. I did get it to turn on, I think, after that.
Really?
But it smells.
Dude, he's gonna
like
try to
beer.
take it on the tour we're doing. Just watch. That's what we're gonna be rolling with. I'm gonna be so pissed every day because he'll be like, "No, we can just keep this and go on tour with this. It'll be good." I swear, that's what's gonna happen.
I'm thinking about using the Mac Mini, the $150 Mac Mini.
Oh, that'll work, dude. It's strong enough now.
Yeah.
I
But
think
the thing
so.
is, that's not new. It's so of course, me being cheap and everything, I went to like a used place in Santa Cruz, and I bought that for $150, and then it wouldn't. Okay, so yeah, this is pertaining to what we were talking about before we started the podcast. That so I fried the laptop. I was done. Right, poured a fucking beer on it. Smelled like a bum.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I'll just dry it.
Yeah.
So I had a hair
rice.
dryer.
Did it melt when you did that?
No, it was.
I didn't know.
It
you
did
could do
turn
that.
on again. It just smelled like a bum, and I think it was going really slow and weird, and
Malcolm here?
it would freeze.
Dude, I was just gonna tell a story that I don't know. I wasn't even there for it. But the story of on tour when I wasn't there getting into Canada and you got pulled over?
Oh, the cops.
I don't remember.
Dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
Or just
the cop,
different.
we got pulled over. Okay, we got pulled over coming out of.
Was I asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was asleep, right?
Yeah, except for me. And all right, so side note, Malcolm used to play in Entheos. He did 2 tours with us and stuff. Did a bunch of solos on the first.
A bunch
full-
of fucking flaming hot solos. I went back and
Yeah.
listened to Infinite Nothing recently, and I was like, "Damn, Malcolm's
Yeah, there's some
solos are
sick ones.
fucking ripping."
I had to figure out how to tab some of those, and I was like,
shit.
you know what I'm gonna do?
Ask Malcolm to do it.
No, I was like, I just made up like a different
there you go.
version. I was like, it's close
I'm
enough.
gonna make it up.
But we played in Canada, and we were coming back in. Cheney couldn't get in because
Complicated.
she's bad.
Speaking of alcohol,
Yeah, she's
I
bad.
couldn't get in.
Yeah, so Cheney couldn't get in, and then we're coming back in, and I get pulled over because that trailer. I don't even remember that trailer. was super sketchy.
Right. The leaky one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
so
had to like...
so we had to fix it first of all, it was leaking all over the place, and we went and fixed it in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Like put tar on the top and everything.
The same one that we sold, like the
one that we just
left?
sold for
Wow.
$500.
We were touring with that until the last tour that we did, dude.
Dude, rolling with it.
That's
rolling
crazy.
hard. But so I get pulled over, and the cop's like, "Oh, you been drinking tonight? You know?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't been drinking. Now I'm DD." And then he's like, "Oh, it smells kind of like alcohol in here." And I was like, "Yeah, I think my friend was drinking."
It was in the front.
I think he was.
And they were like, "All right," they like believed me, which is funny. They didn't like try to test me or anything like that. Like I didn't have to blow or.
They're
Like,
Canadian,
you got
right?
lucky.
Or
no,
it was
like the
border.
Vermont.
I was
like,
gonna say
Mounties or some shit.
a Canadian pulled you over and said, "Hey, buddy, it smells
Yeah.
a little like beer in here."
Yeah, they would have just believed me, right?
I'm so sorry, but it smells a little like beer in here.
But yeah, so the guy's like, so I ran your trailer plate, and that plate doesn't go to that trailer.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, huh, tight. And then
Here we go.
he's like, so yeah, I'm gonna see if it's stolen. If it's stolen, I'm gonna take the trailer. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And so, not reported stolen,
Right.
Luckily,
but he made me give him the license plate.
Oh, shit. Dude, I remember that.
Yeah. So, because we rolled into New York City with like, he told me something real weird. He was like, just write a sign on and tape it to the back and say that you don't have a license plate and you're going to get it registered.
Right.
So that's what we did.
That's jank.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so
What?
fucking jank.
oh my god, does that worked for us? I do not remember
worked.
this happening
Dude,
because
it worked, dude.
I'd be sketched out because
Yeah.
I'm usually I don't want to say this out loud, but I enjoy greenery,
Right.
so I would be
Oh,
super
man.
sketched out about that. I don't
So, yeah.
remember that happening at all, though.
No, that's what happened. So we rolled, I think we were going to New York City.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
I was like, damn, are we really
Jesus
going to roll into New York?
Christ.
But then when we got to New York City, I was like, it's such a shit show here. They don't fucking care about some trailer. Who gives a
Right.
crap?
Yeah, everybody's trying to cross the street.
Yeah. So
Or,
Get out of
or
there.
like poop on the street or
Oh,
what.
yeah.
I don't know how New York City is really rolling, but that's how San Francisco is rolling.
Yeah.
So
And a lot of big cities in California out here pooping.
lots
Yeah.
of poop. I feel there's like a Dookie tracker for
There is
San
a Dookie
Francisco.
tracker.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I heard about it.
I've heard about it too.
I'm not dropping any poops for them to track. You know what I mean?
I don't know anything about it. You know what?
No one's
There's
tracking my poops.
there is not a Dookie. There cannot be one for Nashville.
No.
I haven't seen a homeless person in Nashville.
Oh, they're there.
Where?
I saw one
Downtown.
in Nashville
Like
proper.
Yeah, there's a homeless shelter, kind of by the interstate in Nashville.
Okay.
There's not a lot of them, but like they're there.
That is a bad deal.
Yeah.
Trying to be homeless here
Oh yeah.
Oh,
because it's
God.
goddamn freezing
They'll die.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, it's been under 30 degrees lately. It
Yeah.
seems like a horrible.
You know, it's weird. I just saw a pack of dogs running around outside.
Yeah, I saw them on the way in.
What? Whose dogs are those?
Were they coyotes?
I saw two of them, which is weird. I thought one of them was a fox. And another thing that's weird, I've only seen one fox ever in my life, ever like in the wild.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
And then, because they're elusive, they're like the clever fox, like,
Totally.
And maybe like a month ago, it was around Christmas, I think. I was outside, enjoying the fresh air. And I saw this mangy fox just trotting down the street, broad daylight.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Did it look hurt?
No, he was just like looking for stuff. He looked down someone's driveway and just ran up it. I was like, dude, I've never seen a fox, especially out in the open. And then a week later, at nighttime, I saw him come the other way down the street.
Damn.
Like he went to his homie's house, stayed the night for like a week, and went back home. I was like, what the
That's why it was all mangy and partied.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like your little buddy.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, wild dogs and
I don't think they were wild though, because one of them was like a what are those dogs my brother had?
Bull terrier?
Like a
Schnauzer.
schnauzer. One of them looked kind of schnauzerish.
Oh, really? I was
Yeah.
going to suggest that they might have been coyotes, but
I was wondering if it was the neighbors like on the corner,
Mm-hmm.
just like let the dogs out for a little bit. You know, they can
pack
just,
of
their
dogs.
cats.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Oh man.
or
I saw
it could be
I've been
one
seeing all
homeless
kinds
dog
of
and then
animals.
And then they started.
And then they'd like team up.
Yeah.
And they
started
running down the street.
administration. We run this shit.
Yeah, because I literally went outside and saw him on the lawn, and it just kind of stopped me in my tracks. Like, should I do something about this? Or
Go
I was like, they're probably fine.
Yeah.
I saw 5 deer running across the person's yard across the street, which isn't as weird. No, I feel, but I never saw
that. They're in my
that.
backyard like every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's annoying.
And you have big dogs too, right?
Yeah.
You have huskies, right?
Yeah. I think one of them's half coyote though. She's smaller and her coat's different. She smells weird. Yeah, she's like.
What does she smell like?
A wild animal.
Really?
She acts like a wild animal.
Wow. Where'd you get her?
We got her from a rescue, like an hour away from here.
Those rescue pups, dude.
Yeah.
You never know what they're made of.
Yeah. And we got her and she never changed size. And they were like, yeah, she's like 9 months old or something. I'm like, I mean, obviously how you're supposed to know. But we had her since, I think we've had her for 10 years now. And she's never gotten bigger. She's just gotten wider. Mm. And she's always been food aggressive. And like,
oh, yeah.
She's never, like she'll just like hide under desks and shit. Like she's in a den or something.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And just a bunch of weird wild animal shit.
Yeah, one of our cats is a little bit like kind of reverting to wild.
I think she's just sketched.
She's sketched out.
Yeah.
But
and she also has like red hair, like a coyote.
Does she ever go? She
cool.
doesn't go after the deer that come into your yard?
No, she's kind of a wimp. You know what I mean? She's like the beta. Orion's the alpha.
Oh, okay.
He runs the house. And she'll just follow him all day.
That makes sense.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a tangent. And to wrap it up with the computer stuff.
Oh, shit. I forgot we were talking about that.
So the computer, well, we were saying the computer smelled like
a bum.
A drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Leaning us back to the.
Yeah. See that how I have that skill, dude?
I don't
to get
know
us back
how
on
you
track?
did that.
Yeah.
It's like the minute I take a sip of beer, I'm on a tangent only. Nothing ever circles back and nothing makes sense.
Well, I think we've had a couple podcasts where it's just like tangent, and we never get back to where. So after that, I was like, I need to make an effort to make a mental note when we go on a tangent. I'm going to steer us back.
It's like
course.
People actually want to hear the story you're talking about.
Yeah,
sometimes
they're going to be like, you didn't like. They're not buzzed.
Yeah,
right.
They're at work. It's 6 a.m.
They're not buzzed.
They're like, what are these idiots talking about?
Yeah.
Went from computers to tour to dogs to coyote pets.
Yeah. So I went. The computer smelled like kind of weird, like a drunk, a bar, which I do like that smell. It's got a nostalgic smell.
Well, especially now it's super nostalgic, and it's like, wow, I remember the days of yesteryear when I was a metal vocalist who went to clubs.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So anyway, I got this computer, and we tried to run our old setup, which was iPhones and with OBS,
right?
Which I'm sure you're familiar with. But the thing is, this computer kind of sucks.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it couldn't handle it.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I need to figure something else out. Well, we have these super sick cameras, and then I bought this switcher. So it just records the podcast direct to a hard drive right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So if the computer now is just used to Google shit.
Right.
So I could do the whole podcast without it. It doesn't matter.
That's sick.
That's true. So,
long
story short, that trying to do an episode with you caused us to
GoPro.
Change it up.
To spend about $1,000.
Yeah. I think, because we bought this thing. But dude, this thing is so sick.
Right.
Like,
yeah, you just
honestly, if you guys ever wanted to do a live stream with one of your bands or something on the label, you'd holler at me.
Yeah.
Because we could do 4 camera angles and you could direct stream, boom, with this thing.
That's tight.
I've wondered, is that something that you thought about doing in the pandemic? Like, did you have
streaming? Like a show?
Did you do a stream?
No.
Oh, no.
No. I mean, we talked about it and like we kind of planned on maybe doing it, but like the closer it got to like that being a thing, like, man, that's whack, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only is it whack, but it takes the same amount of effort to like do a tour.
It's the like same, an entire tour.
You have to have a whole production there. You know what I mean? And like play to no one, and like that energy is there.
Yeah.
With people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And without that, it's like we're having band practice, pretending to play a show.
Right.
This is whack.
Yeah.
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 It sucks.
At least how
It
in my brain, that's how it is.
I know exactly what you mean. I think it's that could never replace
Right.
a show ever.
Yeah. It's like it's a little different but similar to like I would imagine stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
A stand-up just by themselves
Yeah.
doing a set.
Saying jokes.
Saying jokes to no one in the room.
There were a ton of comedians who during the pandemic started to do Zoom comedy.
They did that?
That especially.
That's like a kill yourself.
Dude. that especially though, I feel like they feed off of laughs. Like
Right.
that's music you can kind of play. Though we do
Sure.
feed off of the audience, it's
Yeah.
like there is a part of it that's not interactive.
Right.
But a comedy show is totally interactive and reliant on
You need that.
Yeah.
Like for music, I'd rather, instead of doing a live show, I'd rather do like, a music video-esque performance
Yeah.
production thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Audio Tree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if that
something
just
like
throw it
Audio
off
Tree,
the table.
and like have a theme behind it, or like something that like people can watch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as opposed to being like
It's live. It's
Yeah.
live, and like none of them are live anyway.
no, yeah,
So
Not one.
like we did one like a live one. I mean, it wasn't live. Duh.
yeah. Gotta edit
Yeah.
it and,
Like we're gonna do
Yeah.
it right now. Yeah, no way.
If you're buying tickets to it, you gotta there's a whole thing about it.
Yeah.
Totally.
I guess people are still kind of doing it in a way because it's sort of like transferred from doing that over to like the Twitch thing.
Right.
So I guess people are doing it.
I thought about doing that too, and I was like, man, I ain't got time for that, dude.
I know.
Dude,
that's
we were
what
just talking
saying.
about that last week on the podcast. Actually, it's like, for me personally, I don't find a ton of joy in learning a million covers or playing like
Right.
pop songs or just having people throw things at me that they want me to cover.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
Like a jester.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, come be entertained by me.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's exactly my
Or I
feeling.
was saying
Feelings is different.
it does feel kind of similar to me to someone playing on the street and like asking
yeah.
for tips in their hat. Like,
Right.
I'm going to play this tune. And nothing against people who want to do that.
for sure. Yeah, no, nothing against it, but like, it's not for me.
Me,
Like,
yeah.
I'd rather invest time into like creating something, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I agree.
That's how I feel too.
If I am ever to stream, I'm just going to be playing video games.
Yeah.
Something mindless that I'm doing for fun, and you guys can come hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we've talked about doing, like a radio show,
Right.
where we just like play music,
Yeah.
and just hang out, and
Yeah.
fucking because I was
That'd be
saying,
sick.
dude, I mean, like, Scott does it, the Twitch, and
Right.
like, I just don't know how he has time to do that.
I don't know.
Like, is that like the only thing that he does? I mean, because he's learning like a million songs he played an Entheos song one
Right.
week.
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
just-
dude, that's not like,
He did?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's not like a super cash thing to do. You know,
Right.
I'm not saying that we're super technical, but I mean,
I mean,
Yeah, to
learning
do it on,
any
like, on the
song.
fly.
Yeah.
He's
So-
an amazing guitar player, though.
yeah.
He's a great guitar
And
player.
the benefit though is probably pretty cool. Like, he's learning a million songs.
Right.
He's fucking
Getting
playing
better
all the time.
Getting
Yeah.
better. Getting
Shredding
faster.
all the time.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It
Kinda,
is.
I'm just lazy is what it boils
Yeah.
down to.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah.
No, I'm not lazy. I thought of a word for it. It's like uneasily motivated.
Right.
Well, I'm like narcissistically motivated though. I'm motivated to do only the things that I want to do. Like,
Right.
I don't care about doing anything
I'm breaking the seal.
that other people want me to do.
Right.
I've almost
Yeah.
gone totally against that my entire life. Like,
too.
anything anyone tells me that I should do, I'm like, no, fuck that.
I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. So it just, but I don't know. Is that the only thing that you can do on Twitch?
Yeah. No, I mean, people like, you can draw on Twitch. You can,
Okay, now we're talking.
yeah, you can
I would
like,
do that.
paint and shit. For example, I've been into like Warhammer Miniatures lately.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about those because they look so fucking cool. I was actually gonna ask you to bring one over because I want to
should've,
see one
yeah.
in real life, like
Yeah.
how small it is.
Yeah, they're like that big.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're painting that intricately?
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, when I saw that, I was like, how do I get into this hobby? Because it
Yeah.
looks so, I don't play video games, but it,
Right.
like, you had green that green like base slime that you put on that one character. It seems like you like have to go to a hobby shop and go through a bunch of paints and.
Yeah, that was like just glue that I let dry and just like smear over it and paint over it.
Oh shit!
It's like arts and crafts type of shit. But,
I love doing that stuff.
Here,
yeah, I would love to see it because it looks really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, how long does it take you to do?
The one that you saw in particular. That took me 60 hours.
Dude,
60 hours?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's how long I spend on a dot painting.
Live.
Yeah, I want to look up the stuff he's been doing.
Yeah, here. I'm going to get in here.
Do you play that game?
I don't. The interest is growing, but I needed something that wasn't music related at all.
Yeah.
And like
because you're doing like music all the time.
Yeah,
right?
dude. And it's like killing me. Killing my brain. And I used to draw back in the day. And
you were like sick as fuck at drawing.
I was all right.
You've posted some of your stuff. It's like when you posted the stuff that you draw, it started to make sense, or that you drew, it started to make sense to me, like the kind of art that you use on your albums.
Right.
Like it's like, oh, that's Malcolm style.
Right.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
Monsters and shit.
Yeah, totally.
Like sci-fi fantasy monsters. That's all, yeah. But yeah, I needed something to do that wasn't music related and
there you go. Some of
that
artistic.
Is so sick.
Some of Malcolm's work. So how do you paint that small? Are you like using a magnifying glass?
Yeah, I have a set of
It's total geek shit. I love that.
I was actually the other day I saw some of those like magnifying glass and I was like, what can I use those for? Just because I wanted to buy them.
Yeah, dude. They're sick. I love them.
That's so cool.
If you go to the other one, that's the one I'm working on now. If you go down a couple.
That's a WIP right there.
Yeah, it's a WIP, the one with the white background.
This one?
Yeah, that's the slime one I was talking about.
Yeah.
So that's just glue down there?
Yeah. It's glue and like some other
so wait a minute. Do you
things.
Make the whole model or you just paint it?
So like you buy like the kit.
Okay.
And then you like put it together and like
So-
scrape all the mow lines off and
So
like the sword on there is from a different kit and the backpack thing is from a different kit and I put them together and then like all the pink bubbles within it are just like things I added afterwards
Okay.
to like make it.
You should post some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like what it looks like out of the box.
Do a TikTok,
You know what
man.
I mean?
Get a TikTok
I was
going.
honestly afraid to post those things because like growing up that was like some nerd shit. You know what I mean?
Nerd shit.
Yeah, but it's like revenge.
Malcolm,
Now
nerd
stuff's in.
but nerd shit is all the rage.
I know, and
It's like,
it was just
Especially
like
if you're a hot chick with big boobs.
yeah. And
well, then you can make a lot of money off of it on Twitch.
I'm such a nerd.
I'm a nerd. Yeah, I was. It was more like people are only on my Instagram for like guitar playing or whatever. Yeah. That's what I thought. You know.
That's what I feel like that's a thing that we put on ourselves because Naveen and I will say that all the time. Like I am like I don't know if I should post my drawings because people care about me doing vocals and that's why they follow that. But but it's not true.
Right. They're down. You know?
Yeah. They're down for Malcolm. That's what they're trying to see.
So, how many of these do you have?
Like unpainted?
No, just like finished.
That was my fourth one. I'm working on my fifth one.
All right. And what are you gonna do with them?
I'm gonna look at them.
That's sick.
I'm gonna make a display. I'm actually trying to get good enough to compete, have competitions and stuff.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Wait, so what do the competitions? What happens with that?
A bunch of people who can paint way better than me do a bunch of like dioramas and all that sort of shit, and they bring it to a convention, and like, you know, it's kind of like I think they have them at like Dragon Con and Adepticon is like the main.
What's it called? Adepticon?
Adepticon, yeah.
Okay.
It's happening in Chicago in like March. Thinking about going.
Huh? All right.
Yeah. Yeah. People just gather. I think it's like a few thousand people. Show up at the convention, win some trophies and shit. And
Nice.
like, have a good time.
That
and,
is sick.
Do hobby stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's amazing how for every weird niche thing that you get into, there's stuff like that exists.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's
I
like-
was wondering if there's any end to it. You know, like if there's some hobby that doesn't have a huge
I don't know.
gathering. I don't think so.
Once you get into it, you're like, all these people like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, really?
That's what I love about hobbies.
Right.
You know, it's super cool.
Yeah.
It's true, and even if you can't find anyone, even if none of your friends like it, like
Right.
you're gonna find none of my friends like wood burning.
Right.
But there is a whole group of like old men out there who's just wood burning, woodpeckers and shit all
Yeah,
day.
which is
They
dope.
like it. Yeah,
It's just like
exactly.
fucking-
And I'm trying to go to that convention.
Yeah.
It's
That's awesome.
that's
You'd probably be
super
the star of that convention.
I don't know because
it's
people.
abstract. It's abstract.
Yeah, it's abstract.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
people who wood burn are more into the like
They do trains
Ford
and shit.
trucks, old
Yeah.
school Ford trucks and trains and shit. Yeah, so I'm a little off the wall, but that's cool that you can take kit. How much does that cost you?
I don't even want to say. Dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
No, I want you
because
to.
I'm addictive. I'm addicted to stuff. Like
Same.
stuff. Like when I'm involved in anything,
Oh, I'm going in. I'm
going in.
Yeah.
And like for example, I think it was around Christmas or something. I bought like some brushes or some shit that had to come from overseas, and of course I forgot about it the next day or two. I was like, man, I need some brushes. So I bought them again, but not from the same spot, from like Amazon this time.
Okay.
So I got them, and then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, damn, I ordered too many brushes.
All right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
So you
that's
have
like stuff I don't think about because it's not like on my mind.
right.
And then
Yeah.
like stuff just starts popping up, and I'm like, all of a sudden buying like little miniatures that like probably never going to paint, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because it takes so long to do, and I don't currently play the game, so I don't need to like build an army to like play the game.
Oh, so people play it. They're
That's a-
functional.
Yeah, it's for like an actual tabletop game.
Whoa. Okay. So
Yeah,
Okay.
What's
we're
the- is it-
peeling back layers.
yeah, is it
here,
like
dude.
Dungeons and Dragons?
yeah, like Warhammer 40K is what it's called, and there's also Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
So you have to paint the characters,
Yeah.
and then you play a game with those.
Yeah, and some people don't paint the things, but like it's kind of like you're trying to be immersive into the thing. So like
Yeah.
there's like a tabletop with like a whole bunch of like terrain, and you're like rolling dice and like playing the fucking game.
That sounds pretty cool.
has
That sounds
someone-
pretty cool to me.
with a tabletop, has someone bought the tabletop and they create the terrain, or
Yeah, I mean, some people buy them, some people build them, and yeah, it's just like one of those things. It's similar to Dungeons and Dragons in that way, but it's not like story based. A lot of times, it's more like just a war game, like fighting opponents.
So
Dude,
did you
that's-
play D&D?
I didn't, but I did not realize how many people played that game.
Okay.
does Stevie play?
He does Magic the Gathering,
Okay.
the card game.
Okay.
That's still going, huh?
That's going strong.
That's.
I
pretty
think,
tight.
dude, like we were just talking about, I think all of this shit is going even stronger than ever because now the internet connects every single nerd who is involved in all of this random
Dude,
shit
I want to be
together.
into Magic the Gathering.
I want to be into something. I think I'm going to get into Warhammer now that we're talking about it. That's like,
I'll bring you some models to paint over.
dude, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
Jenny,
saying.
totally
It's
make
like
it, dude.
anything that is artistically
Yeah.
involved and then on top of that it's a game, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, count me the fuck in.
Like if you were to see some of the things that people paint that are like this tall, like the slightly bigger ones that I'm painting, and how intricate it gets, it will literally melt your brain.
So you're telling me that there's stuff that's cooler than what you're painting?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm garbage.
Isn't that interesting though? Because
What's it
I
called?
have
Warhammer?
Yeah,
because I have no frame of reference about this at all. I
Type in
think that
Golden
what
Demon.
you're doing, when I saw that shit that you
Golden
posted,
Demon.
when I saw the stuff that you posted, I was like, dude, Malcolm is like
killing it.
top of the mountain,
Oh.
best painter in the entire world. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah, go to
Oh my God.
actual the website so you can see like the best of the best, like the winners.
Okay, hold on. So I got to go to goldendemon.com.
Yeah,
Golden Demon.
yeah.
Phase
Just type in
shift.
Golden Demon.
Where's this from? Blackstone?
I think it was the first one.
You need glasses now.
Yeah, yeah.
Get some of that shit.
Holy crap.
No, that's just
Damn, Jenny.
go to 2019 best of
Oh, okay. Best of 2019.
or 18 or whichever. You're gonna be mind blown either way. Oh, sorry. It's
Yeah, we need
Gotta
like
get a
a
bigger
TV. We need like a 72-inch on the TV or on the wall.
and just scroll. Keep scrolling. I'm gonna show you some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like
See.
look at that thing with like the worm.
All right, for those of you who
Where's the worm?
What's it? Which one?
If you're not watching, go to goldendemon.com. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So that's a tiny little figurine.
Well, that one's a little bit bigger. That one's probably like, yay big or something.
Oh my God.
But
That's
like
so cool.
I think. How do you zoom this? No. Control
There we
plus.
go.
There we go. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yo, that is sick, dude.
That's amazing. look at the spit hanging off of the worm's mouth.
Yeah.
Holy.
All those dots aren't on the miniature. It's just like a great thing.
Look, there's a little guy down there.
He added all that stuff, dude.
Okay, so
So Golden
you
Demon
get
is a
kit.
guy?
No, the Golden Demon's a competition.
Oh.
This is what Malcolm's gonna win pretty soon.
Look at that little guy.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
amazing.
All right, so those of you who are listening only, we're looking at models that are, I don't even know how you would describe this. I mean, this is like, it's a worm with fangs, and then
It sort of reminds me of Dune.
there's like a little fat guy and a little demon on top, and then multiple demons.
Multiple fat
And then there's a
guys, too.
guy, and it's like in a cauldron.
So
I was thinking cauldrons are super sick, and I want to get one.
No, they're pretty sick, dude.
Because we have a fireplace. I was like, let's put a fucking cauldron in there, dude.
dude, yeah, let's cook a cat.
Make some stew, dude. Some cat stew.
So that person, if he bought this kit, how much of that is in the kit?
I'm not sure where the bottom one comes from because I think that's like multiple kits put together, and the thing on top I think might come together. The tree definitely doesn't come with it, I'm pretty sure, and the roots below it don't. So like
Whoa.
he probably bought like a handful of kits and like
So that's like a common thing to like merge the
on this
kits.
level. A lot of
Top
people
tier shit.
A lot of people, if they don't have like some of the new characters in the game, they'll like make them out of other shit. Like, look at that troll. I think that was like
That's insane. Also,
best of show.
the color blends on that one to the right.
Best of show, dude. They should make a documentary like that about this shit.
No, they really should if
You know
they
what I'm
haven't
saying, Shane?
already. Of course.
Whoever made Spinal Tap.
Christopher Guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Do it about these models.
I mean, on the real though, Christopher Guest has made all of the best mockumentaries of all time. Right?
Wow, that is
Right?
I've only seen Spinal Tap.
Have you seen Best in Show?
Dude, you guys look at
don't
this
think
one.
so.
Look,
Malcolm, you have to watch Best in Show. Dude, this isn't. We need to deaden our room a little more. But the Best in Show. Sorry, it's like. Best in Show is a mockumentary about a dog competition.
Oh my god.
It's
You haven't
one of my
watched that one?
favorite.
I have to watch
Oh,
it.
You
dude, that's
have to watch it.
Come on, man.
It's got
I didn't
like, it's got like Eugene Levy.
It's yeah.
Fuck, why is her name? Catherine O'Hara, and the Stifler's mom.
Oh shit.
That's where all of these people come from. They were all in all of these Christopher Guest movies, and they're like improv comedy actors.
Okay.
They're insane at it.
They're
It's
just
really good.
Going ham on the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, Best in Show. It's like
2000.
It's from 2000, so you've been missing out on it for the past 21 years.
Holy shit.
that's actually kind of crazy because Chase was like super into Best in Show, like back in the day.
Why is that crazy?
Well, because
Dude, that's so crazy.
well, I thought it's crazy because now it's 2000. It's like that was like a new movie.
Oh,
Like it had
totally.
just come out.
Totally. That's Christopher
21
Guest,
years
by
ago.
the way.
All right.
Let's watch the trailer, dude.
I'm
Fuck
big
it.
into. I know who celebrities are married,
Right.
and Christopher Guest is married to Jamie Lee Curtis.
Really?
Yeah.
Live from Philadelphia, it's the 125th annual Mayflower Kennel Club Dog Show. 3,000 dogs competing for Best in Show.
We're gonna get taken off of
In
YouTube
some
for this, right?
countries, these dogs
Probably
are
not.
eaten.
Cookie and I work as a team. We met at this stand.
He didn't want to dance.
I got 2 left feet,
I thought he was kidding.
but I wasn't. I was born with 2 left feet.
Beatrice has
Oh my God.
of
That's
depression.
amazing.
Ever since she saw us having sex, what would you like to say to Beatrice right now?
Oh, you had to see that.
I've been a hairdresser about 14 years. And went to a show. I asked my ex-wife, I said, who's that? She says, that's Scott.
We got top loin, porterhouse, T-bone. We got everything.
So basically, meat.
Leslie and I have an amazing relationship. People say, oh, but he's so much older than you. And you know what? I'm the one having to push him away. Love soup.
The bloodhound not only has a great nose, but they can talk.
What you doing, bloodhound
Oh
doggy?
my God.
And he's saying, I'm ready. That's when you know he's ready for show.
This is our new thing on the podcast to like watch full things.
Yeah, we just sit here and laugh for 5 minutes.
We watched a full show on the last one.
We did. Have we told? You know that how much we like Soul Niger, right? You know how Okay, Frederick Thorndahl's Soul Niger Within.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it was after you were in the band. So we at NAMM saw Morgan Ogren, the drummer, play like the Soul Niger medley.
Yeah.
And we
You're familiar
played
with
it on
that,
the
right?
entire last show.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we sat there and watched the whole concert.
So that's what we do
shit.
now. We like listen to music
Nice.
and
We're just like, whatever, fuck it, dude.
Yeah,
Doing
man.
our thing. We're hanging out.
That's the only reason to do this.
Didn't you say that you wanted to kind of start a podcast?
Yeah, me and Stevie talked about it.
You definitely should.
I know.
We started thinking about, starting a Patreon for the band and having the podcast on there, but I don't know. We haven't really fleshed it out yet.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be fun for us to just talk about nerdy shit and
Totally.
anything that's not based on the band. The exact
Anything
reason
but
why
the
anybody
band.
would listen to it.
So everything you're tuning in for,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we're not going to talk about. Let's
Exactly.
get that
But
off to the side.
not exactly, because I think what's been cool about our podcast, we don't really talk about music
Right.
per se. We do. It comes up,
Right.
obviously. But I think people appreciate kind of, because they wonder, like, oh, what are these guys like doing
Right.
when they're not
Right.
playing music or whatever.
Right.
Like I remember when I was younger, Chase had a magazine. I don't know what magazine it was, but they interviewed Niall. You know,
Right. Yeah.
and they were like, he was like, dude, they like work. Like the guy
Right.
like the guy works at like a gas station. It was like
And
something.
once you find that out, you're like, oh, what have I done with my life?
Yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah. No, so I knew that pretty early on. You know, like
Right.
metal, you don't really make very much money.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, yeah, that's cool. Whatever.
I mean,
I'm down with it. You know,
that's
it's
true.
pure. You know, it's
Yeah.
pure, and
It's
that's
very
what I
pure.
like about it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a hobby.
exactly.
It totally is. That's like,
Sick. But that's how hobbies are the best, though.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
jobs fucking suck.
Yeah.
Anything you do for money sucks.
Yeah.
Straight up, it just ruins it.
it's so true.
Unless you love it.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
even when you do love it, though, like if
It'll ruin it eventually if you
Yeah.
don't have a hobby.
Exactly.
So then you got to turn to doing
Yeah.
Warhammer
Exactly.
figurines.
Exactly, dude.
But
So you
that
don't-
is true. It's like, dude, any person who has played music, as long as any of the three of us have, you have to love it.
Right.
There's no way you can get to this point without really enjoying what you do.
Right.
And I think that's cool because a lot of the bands that people hear a lot of, it's people who've been working at that shit for a long time. It's people who really, really care about doing it. It's not like a fluke.
Right.
It's not a fluke that Malcolm is good at playing solos. It's like
Right.
it's something that you've not gotten paid
Actively,
for a
yeah.
million years, and then eventually you finally
Right.
like make a
Yeah.
little money off of it,
Right.
and you're like, "This is cool."
Right. Yeah. And there's a weird disconnect, I think, when it comes to that for like people. It's probably better now, but like at one point it was like people thought differently if you were like on tour. They're like, "Oh, you're doing the thing."
I know.
And
Totally.
It's like,
Totally.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, dude, think about how many people you know who have quit playing
Right.
metal just because they got a real
man.
job.
All
Just
of them.
because they got a real job.
All of them.
Especially when you're in your mid 30s. Are you're 36?
36.
Yeah, okay.
I think
same age.
37. No, I just turned 37.
Yeah. Okay.
You're 37.
Oh yeah, your
December.
birthday is in
Wow.
December. That's right.
December 31st, last day of the year.
Yep.
Bringing
It's
it
the
in.
new year. Yep. New year baby right there.
Yeah.
But-
So I mean, when you get to be our age, if you're still around, you've seen all of them go.
Yeah. all
I
of
mean,
them.
from touring back 2005 era, you know, like, dude, none of them.
Even the
are
ones
still
that
touring. And none,
got
except
successful.
for BT Band.
Dude, even the successful ones, even
Yeah.
the ones who are projected to like take over the world.
Right.
Even since Entheos started and probably since
Yeah.
you brought back INFERI, it's
Yeah.
like we've seen so many bands who were like getting the sickest tours, and like everyone was like, oh my God, this band's going to be huge. And they're just, they go away. They're not a band anymore.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. Like, why do this if you're just going to stop doing it? That's what I think about, which is dumb. But
no, I think about that too. Like,
I do too.
And that's always been kind of what we've said is like, you just got to keep going.
Yeah. I'm never going to stop playing or writing music. Like, 2 tours of ours have been canceled since the last 9 months or whatever. But, if they cancel the next one, then I'm just going to paint my Warhammer minis and start streaming it on Twitch.
That would actually be pretty cool.
I know, that would be, I would love to see that. Because when I saw that, I was like, I wonder what kind of work goes into that.
So much. I mean, I literally got up this morning, did my morning ritual of let the dogs out, and then I started painting my miniatures.
Yeah.
Until 5 o'clock.
That's sick.
But it's true. It's like, I especially in the last 2 years, so many people are starting to understand, I feel, that this touring life, you can't be defined by it, first of all. You do not depend on this being your whole personality or your whole world, because it can't be. And second of all, that bands can exist from just being at home and really never touring.
I got used to it. I mean, that's what we were doing before, like 2018. It was just like, at one point it was just me and Mike in the band. Like, well.
So you were like me and Naveen, except you didn't go all the way with it.
Yeah.
You weren't like, all right, it's just going to be me and Mike.
Yeah. So for a long time, the plan was like, let's just, write the album and we'll stay home and just write albums.
Yeah.
That kind of like what we based the label on was like, let's just fund our music. And then, like 2018, we toured almost consistently up until February 2020. Yeah. So it was like nonstop until then. And then we had a chat the other day. Like, all right, well, let's fly in Andrew so we can have some band practice.
Andrew's the drummer.
No, he's the bass player.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
Spencer's
bass
player.
Yeah,
or a drummer. Whatever. I don't even know who's in my band anymore.
He plays something. I don't.
We were trying to figure out the set, and we're like, let's put this in the set. I'm like, damn, dude, I haven't played that in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah. What?
I know.
What happened?
I know. It made our band like old. Yeah. It's like,
I know.
We went from being like a 3 or 4 year old band to like a 6-year-old.
Yeah,
band.
dude.
I'm
like 2 years.
We didn't even do anything. Like,
2 years got zapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, but I've never really been a person to like, my identity is not like touring.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I'm
same.
cool not doing it. And I have done like full-time touring and then not done it a bunch of times.
Right.
From like going from all the different bands and stuff.
I'm cool with not touring, but I have to fill time up with like productive shit where I'll go crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, this is
I
okay.
agree.
We started the podcast on this. I was like, let's go start the podcast and talk about this. Naveen and I, because living in Nashville, we can exist off of music. That's
Right.
what we do.
That's
And,
like, yeah,
but
huge
now
reason.
we're thinking of tour as being like a vacation
Right.
or just like a sense of normalcy.
Right.
Because we wake up at noon. We play, we just
And I'm
do
like, why should
random
I go to
shit.
sleep early?
I draw until like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And then it's like, there's no like sense of, here's the morning. It's Sunday. I only know that it's Sunday because you were coming over
The
today.
weekdays don't
I have
matter.
no idea what day it
Don't
is
matter.
ever.
Yeah.
I am down to drink any day. It doesn't matter. I'm not like drinking all the time, but it's just like, it doesn't matter. It's not like Friday's the party day for me
Right.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I think that going on tour, the tour that we're going to do together in April, if it happens,
Right.
will provide some sense of like
Structure.
a structure, which
Yeah,
is
it might
really
be good. Might be good.
We were watching. Have you seen that show? The Mike Judge Tales from the Tour Bus show.
No.
Dude, it's so good.
You gotta watch it.
So
Evan
good.
hit us off to it because it's like about all the country people in Nashville.
Oh,
Like
shit.
the rebel
Yeah.
country, Waylon Jennings and George Jones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Johnny Paycheck and shit.
But
And
they're just running around like
they're all like
shooting
snorting
people
coke
and,
and shooting people, and they were talking about
The
how,
real tour line.
But that was just in Nashville, and they
Right.
were talking about how going on tour provided a sense of structure because at least they had to be on stage at a
Right.
certain time.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. They were just doing that every day.
and I was like, I can't get away with like anything.
Right.
I can't even have a trailer with a mismatched license plate.
Dude.
Let alone shoot someone in the
first
fucking
of all,
face.
rolling around on tour with guns and coke and stuff,
Yeah.
and shooting people,
Yeah.
and just getting away with it. Like I shot him in the arm and then in the leg, and then that
And then
was
no
that
one
was
called
that.
the
Yeah, it was
goddamn
like,
cops.
Yeah.
what's going on? How come I can't do that?
I know.
What the
I
fuck?
would go to
Instantly be
jail.
like, there's a van and trailer heading south.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be like helicopter fucking.
Yeah. It's over.
Like I can't even bring like I tried to bring like you go through Canada and they're like, you got any like knife? I can't even bring a knife.
I had,
Canada.
I had like a pink taser.
I will say one time, though.
Uh-oh.
On that tour,
Oh.
we were taking out merch, and there was a joint and a
Yeah,
hat.
yeah. I remember
Dude.
that.
I think you texted me about it, or Evan
I can't
texted me about it, and
I
I was just
remember that.
sitting in Boston because I couldn't get in. I was sitting in our friend's apartment in Boston, and I was just like, oh. Or maybe
We're about to get
Danny.
our
Was
buttholes
Danny
checked.
Shea on that tour?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think he...
But he quit. at
Someone
some
was
point.
pissed at
Yeah.
me. Someone was really pissed.
No, we were
at me.
pissed because we got into Canada. No. It was known, I think. I don't know. Did
I think
he
we all knew.
leave before then? We knew
I
that he
can't
couldn't get
remember.
in. We knew that he couldn't get in.
Right.
Oh, really?
So I think okay. Here's what happened. We knew he couldn't get in, so he stayed back.
hmm And then I was in Boston.
Yeah, and then when you left, you.
I gotta be honest. Those 2 days I was in Boston are two of the most memorable days of tour I've ever been on because Tony, at the time, we were living in the barn behind Naveen's mom's house, which you've been to.
Yeah.
And
I know. I was gonna say like I was thinking about you coming over, and I was like, damn, dude, the last time Malcolm came to our house, we were living
in a barn.
in a fucking barn.
Did you expect this to be a barn this time?
No, I figured it was a house. It's like, no, it's...
I was
At
like,
least they
damn,
probably got a
I was
house,
like,
right?
we've come a long way, dude.
Waiting for Naveen to come out the back. We're like, no, it's the shed.
Yeah.
Right back.
Yeah, it's we're in the guest house, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Which would probably make more sense. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, if we were, it totally would. Yeah, death metal's got us this far,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Go back to the
Like,
the
don't
shed.
deserve it.
But I was at our friend Tony's house, and it was like a loft in an apartment building, but it was 2-storied.
Right.
And he had a huge TV and Netflix, and he had a bag of weed, and he was like, you can smoke as much weed as you want. And
Oh,
he had
sick.
a
He was
cat.
chilling, dude.
So I was just chilling there all day. I ordered myself some fettuccine Alfredo from the Italian spot down the street. And Boston's like a city, and I didn't live in a city at the time. So I was fucking like... I remember those 2 days better than almost any day of that tour that we did.
Yeah,
Actually, now that
stress-free,
you're-
like paradise.
Yeah, I was like, oh, kicking back.
Actually, now
I
that
watched like
think
an
about it,
Amy Schumer film
I
or
remember,
something.
I remember when we came back to get you, we went to like the spot that you had been eating at. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
some sandwich shop or
Yeah,
some shit.
yeah.
Totally.
I haven't thought about it since then. It's like been, I don't know how
That
that's stored
night-
in my brain, but
That night too, we played at that. It was like fucking something music hall. That was the night I met Killian, but it was also
Boston?
yeah, it was in Boston. It was like
David Davidson came to that, right?
yes, but it
And then
wasn't
there was
the
a
Black
sick-ass
Dahlia show.
Sandwich shop across the street, or like next door or something. I remember that.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. It wasn't the Black Dahlia show, which we were talking about with Evan a few days ago. It was like one of the worst shows we've ever played.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? Okay.
I remember that. Yeah, for
But
sure.
this show
It was like
at this
hold on.
but
It was
at
like-
this show that I'm talking about that we played the day after I went to Tony's house.
Yeah.
There were so many Berkeley people there who graduated from Berkeley, and they were like buying me beers,
The
and
big
they were
theater?
just no, that is the Black Dahlia
Oh,
show.
okay.
Where we got a really good meal, and then the guy pulled me backstage because I lost my tour thing, and he was like fucking reprimanding me for losing my sticker, and I was sick.
You know what's funny?
But
in
this,
the
I want to
van-
finish talking about these
Okay,
Berkeley
that's
guys
fine. Yeah.
because they were fucking. I was just like, dude, I can like the Berkeley. It reeks.
Right.
Your Berkeley-ness reeks right now because they were just talking to me about music theory.
Yeah.
So to anyone out there who's gone to Berkeley,
fuck off.
Yeah.
You fucking
Fuck
loser.
off.
I don't know what chords you're playing.
they did.
It just sounds cool, all right? That's it.
I don't know what I did.
G minor,
I
dude.
just put my
don't-
pinky there. I wanted the note to change. That's it.
Yeah. Just went for it, dude.
I don't give a fuck.
Going for it.
But yeah. No, but you're talking about it was Iron Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what that was
got
a really
confused.
nice place.
Yeah, and Dave Davidson was there.
Dave Davidson was there.
I think he was there on the other one, too. The contortionist one is the one you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that one had really bomb-ass fucking sandwich shop next door.
Actually,
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
so on the Black Dahlia one that you guys are talking about,
Yeah.
that's where I got my boots.
The Adidas store, the outlet store?
Down the street!
Dude, I bought some sick-ass Adidas for like $20, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
They were
Really?
like selling out.
So, dude, those
I
boots
forgot
that I
about that
bought
day.
that day, I wear them every day. And they're like, those are my shoes.
That's awesome.
And they're like super beat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
that's
bought
like
them
6
because they
years
were
ago.
like half off. Yeah, half
Yeah.
off. Just like these. I was like, oh, those are pretty sick. And they're
Yeah.
half off. I'm going to buy them right now.
Yeah, I bought some socks because like it was raining that day.
Yeah.
I was
Yep.
like, $5 socks, dude, $20 shoes, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
it's just like
I think I got those
tour-
boots for like $60.
Yeah.
But they were
Wow.
supposed to be like 120 or something like that.
I remember that day.
I remember
yeah.
I showed up wearing them and everyone was like, damn, look at this motherfucker. You got new boots. Look at them. Like,
Do you also remember that night we got catering and it got sent? I don't know if it was just your meal or it was everyone's meal. It
I
got
remember
sent
mine.
to Iron Reagan's room and they just fucking pounded it.
No, I thought it was Dahlia. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it goes
I'm pretty sure
to
Ryan ate
Dahlia.
my food, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, Ryan's last tour, he was going out with a bang. He's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm just going to eat all of
fuck
these
it, dude.
fucking people's
You live here
foods.
now. You know that, right?
yeah.
Oh, we hung out with him the other
Okay.
night. Yeah.
Okay.
Last Sunday, we hung out with Brian and Ryan.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
The
Hell yeah.
the Bri Rye.
Because Brian was like just visiting or something.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. We went and got burgers.
Dude, he
and
was
stuff.
staying at this crazy hotel that was like themed after the 70s.
Dude, that
In
hotel.
Nashville or out here?
In
East Nashville.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
What was it
It's
called?
called Dive Motel.
Dive Motel.
Yeah. It was
Dude,
sick.
it's fucking cool.
It had a bar in the lobby. Okay.
Yeah, we went and
It
chilled
also
there.
had like really good Vietnamese food, and it had a bar in the lobby, and it was all like well lit and just disco. It had a disco ball in it. It was really sick, but it's like a themed motel.
Well, we went and got burgers, and then we were like, "Oh, let's go have a drink somewhere," and then we just went to this motel. And honestly, I want to stay there because it's
I do
fucking-
too.
It's hella cool.
Yeah.
And if my internet would load, I would.
Yeah, I don't
show
know
it.
anything that's happening in Nashville. Like for
Same.
example, on the way out here, I got this phone when we were setting up the thing before the storm. On the way out here, I had to calibrate my compass on the map for it to work.
Like on the way tonight, you mean?
Because you
Yeah.
never use it.
Because I'm just like,
It's not
Do you
your
ever
thing.
go to shows here?
I can't remember the last one I went to, but yeah, there's a couple sick ones coming up. I think Obscura.
Yeah, we're
and,
going to go to that.
That's the bar at Dive Motel.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
yeah.
that's where we were drinking.
But it's like the rooms are like all 70s out.
Oh damn!
Who's this guitar player
at
on the
that shit.
bar? That's deterring me from wanting to go.
And all the rooms have like bathtubs. And
They're all
shit.
like themed and shit.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
all
the
themed.
hotel version of like that shit in Pulp Fiction.
Totally.
Yeah,
totally.
exactly.
See, honeymoon suite.
Two bubble bath.
Guy
bombs
on the
and-
guitar.
That's the bar.
Oh, it's
The bar-
Orville
the bar
Peck.
was fucking
All right, I
sick,
take it
dude.
back.
Look at that. That's fucking cool as hell.
That's just like the movies. That's like, you know,
Yeah.
where you take the prostitute.
So yeah, totally, totally. Isn't that fucking awesome? But it looks.
Yeah.
I think
She's
it's, I think it's
high-end.
actually new because I was looking at their Instagram
Yeah.
Obviously,
and they
it's
were
new.
like, this room just or we just opened our pool. Come hang out. You know,
Right,
like
right.
They have like pool parties and stuff in the summer.
Yeah.
yeah, they're trying to have fun and
Yeah. But
There's
my
a-
brother's coming to visit, and I was like, dude, you guys might want to stay at this place one night.
Yeah.
Looks kind of sick.
totally. I bet there are a bunch of places like that in Nashville. But
Probably. Yeah. I don't know about them.
didn't you grow up here?
I moved here in like kindergarten or first grade. And then all the way up until I was like early 20s, I moved to Topeka, Kansas for a couple years.
Oh yeah,
and then moved back
because of the discreet thing.
Yeah.
So that was to be indiscreet.
Yeah, and we didn't do a tour the whole time I was there.
Really?
I moved.
See, that's like old school shit.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna move out there
with only my backpack.
Yeah.
Where'd you move into? Did you have a house?
The drummer Andy and the guitar player Garen had a house together with their ladies, and I just like sat in the spare bedroom, and Derek Engelman, who he was in Unmerciful at that time, and he played bass for Catalytic Habitation.
Yeah, he was in Unmerciful.
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't know that. That's the
because he played bass. His strap was a chain.
Yeah, that's badass.
Who's the drummer of Unmerciful though?
James King.
James King.
Yeah.
So are you friends with him too?
Yeah, I know all those dudes.
That dude's sick.
And then and then Derek, now he's playing for Phil Anselmo and shit.
Oh yeah, Derek. That's why Chase got in.
Right.
Because of Derek.
Right.
What's it called? What's the name of that band?
Continuum?
No, Phil Anselmo's band.
Oh.
They do have
Chase's name?
It was like
Chase isn't in it anymore. But,
I think he's not in it anymore. But it was like a like more death metal. No, it was more of a death metal. Scour.
Scour. Yeah.
Scour.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So now Derek plays in the Illegals.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we all lived together, and me and Derek used to work at a nursing home together.
Oh, word.
Cleaning old people shit and washing their clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
It was been there, done that.
Rough.
Yeah.
But
Change familiar.
Yeah. That was rough, and I was just waiting to go back on tour. But we were like, there's a whole thing. But I ended up moving back so I could join Infold, and then inevitably quit and started INFERI back up, and then whatever. So yeah, mostly here. Long story short.
Why did INFERI stop being a band in the first place?
Because we signed to a label that like wanted us to change a bunch of shit about our music, and we didn't, and then they dropped us, and it really bummed out everybody in the band. And I was at that time doing Discreet with that same label, and they ended up fucking us up as well. And so
the interesting thing, I know what label you're talking about. The interesting thing is that they do not sign death metal bands anymore.
No, they wised up.
We were talking to this label. We were signing to them, but we have a song with singing on our new record. Mm-hmm. So we sent like that as a demo, and they replied with, "Send us the other songs with singing on them. Like, let us know."
That's how they are.
Yeah.
They want you to like mold to like this idea.
Yeah, it was like it didn't feel like that doesn't feel good.
Right.
When it's like, send me the other pop songs or the other songs that are super marketable that we can put out. It's like that doesn't really feel good. It feels better to like be a band and then have someone who's stoked on you as a band and not that one side of you.
Yeah. It's crazy dealing with that shit. So that's why I started my own shit.
Which has fucking gone. We were talking today how amazing it. I mean, I think we told you this on the last podcast that we did with you, but how amazing it's been even since we were in a band together. It's like you've stepped up Artisan like a million times and you're fucking killing it. And you're all the time I see the new bands that I hear about, or the bands that I hear about that are sick. It's like you end up picking them up.
Yeah, hopefully.
And like when we pretty much everyone who I talk to who's metal, I'm like, yeah, we moved to Nashville. They're like, oh yeah, Malcolm's there.
Yeah, they talk about. Yeah, they really do. You're
kind of like leading the metal here.
Oh, I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I hope they show up when we play.
You're leading the war. I think you're leading the Warhammer movement.
Yeah,
they shall not
dude.
be showing up when you play.
I mean, that's respectable. How many people are fucking like dedicated to metal at this point?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just lucky to be here, I guess.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I love metal.
Like,
metal's sick.
It is sick. But I'll also like synthwave.
Oh yeah, you got into that.
You
stuff.
like Perturbator and shit.
Carpenter Brute.
Carpenter Brute was the sickest live show I've ever seen.
Dude, we were on tour.
Yeah, that's sick.
We were on tour with Gorod. Do you know Carol Gorod?
I'm not sure if we've met in person. I don't know.
Do you know Gorod, that band?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
They fucking rule.
Yeah.
Every night he was like, Carpenter Brute.
Yeah.
Carpenter Brute.
Because I'd be like, oh, Carpenter Brute. He's
They're
like,
all
oh,
French and
man,
shit.
that's not how you say it. You know, he's like,
Carpenter
they try to get me to say it like with a French accent.
Right.
Like, Carpenter Brute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was sick, dude. They had like a big ass, what's the thing? You know,
Screen?
projector. Like,
Yeah, projector.
And they had like old horror movies in the back.
Oh,
And,
that's sick.
They had the lighting set up to where like whenever they played minor, the lights would go red. When they played major shit, it would turn white.
Oh,
It
wow.
would like go with the keys of
That's
the music.
sick.
Oh, I like that.
So it's like changed the moods up like drastically. It was fucking dope, dude.
Where was that at?
That was the Exit Inn.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's tight.
Yeah,
That
was,
is
sold
like,
out.
I thought they'd play like a bigger place than that.
This was like 5 years
Wait, is
ago?
Carpenter Brute more than one
2017?
person?
It's like the main dude, and he has like a drummer and a guitar player.
Okay.
Oh, they played like a live show?
So that's why I was sick.
Oh,
it wasn't
damn,
just some
that's
fucking nerd up there like.
I figured it would just be a space bar situation.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
So they ripped it.
yeah, like the Carpenter Brute guy playing keys, real guitar player and a drummer who was like, I think he was playing a real kit with like some pads so he could like play the shit.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, it was dope. That's
That
what
must
I
have
wanted.
been so fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
it's the
just
best show. That's what you said.
yeah.
Do you listen to Drowned Majesty?
I don't know.
I feel like you might like it. It's got, I haven't really listened to Carpenter Brute. Are there vocals?
Not
Not most of
usually.
the time, right?
Yeah.
It's just fully synthwave.
It's
Drowned
kinda
Majesty is
heavier,
like,
too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Carpenter is. Yeah. Drowned Majesty is like that. It's like an 80s like new wave band. It's one of my favorite bands.
It's not super heavy like Carpenter
Is it
Brute.
like
Yeah.
similar to like Gunship or something? Or
Not as poppy.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's like a new like underground type 80s sound, but they played with a drummer live.
No, they didn't have a drummer. They have a guitar player.
Yeah, they have a guitar player
One dude
live.
plays guitar.
And we were kind of like, okay, one of the cool things about them. So we saw them and they were headlining a show of like a sold out crowd of like 800 to 1,000 people.
Yeah, it was at
and they were their own.
Great American Musical.
Yeah, in San Francisco. And they were their own roadies. But they wear makeup and wigs on stage. So they came out without the makeup and without the wigs. And they were like setting up all of their shit. And no one could tell it was them except for, unless you were into the band.
Right.
And then they came out with all of their makeup and wigs on. But I feel like they really, they're one of my favorite bands.
They goofed up with
They
it.
could
You have to
benefit
message
from
me
a
that
drummer.
so I can remember the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. They could
Dude,
benefit from having a live drummer, though. It's
Dude,
like
it's so sick when they do
You
it.
got to have a drummer.
You have to have
a
it.
drummer.
dude.
Fuck every other. Just have a drummer.
Rap
Yeah.
dudes do have drummers on stage.
I know.
It's got the energy, dude.
Yeah.
And
That-
I'm not saying that because I'm a drummer. Like,
Right.
you know, whatever.
Yeah. Like if the rap guys can do it, dude, get the drummer.
Get the drummer because it's got the hype.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, we saw that and it was definitely cool, but it's like they have a guitar player and a keyboard guy and they both sing.
Okay.
But I'm like, dude, I would have done it. I'd do it for you guys. You know, hook it up.
Get the drummer.
Totally. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how that, I don't know, without that, it just doesn't make sense.
Right. No, yeah.
You know, like when death metal dudes play no drummer? That's
It's the
that's
worst
actually
thing.
kind of sick, though.
I hate it, dude. I walk out immediately and I talk shit about them the entire set. Sorry, guys. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
I actually saw a dude, I think he's from Texas. He's
Future Pile?
a death metal guy, and he just played by solo.
There's a couple dudes that are like, old school that do it.
Yeah, and he
That's
opened
fine.
up for Cattle like hella long ago. I mean, we're talking like fucking at least 15 years ago.
Dude, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
It's been a while.
I know. It's like something super brutal title.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, it's actually kind of sick.
Something. I can't, dude. I know what it is, though.
Oh, okay, hold on. It's
Who's
you know what I'm talking about. It's like
Yeah.
a redhead guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's from Texas.
Yeah. I'm
But
trying to think of
actually,
his name and everything.
what's funny is like when we were on tour with Origin and James King was playing drums, they like stayed with this guy.
Right.
And I remember they came to he was like talking about him, and he was like, yeah, he was like, oh yeah, you guys like want to hear some new shit that I'm working on? And they were like, yeah, for sure. And like he didn't like play it on a computer. He like grabbed his guitar and was like dun dun, like just like straight up played it.
What band are you talking about?
We can't remember.
Dude. But we're talking about the same band for sure.
It's definitely like it's like a one-man death metal act.
Yeah.
No drummer plays with a drum machine.
Oh, it's Ian Eubanks from Era, right? Is it in Alabama?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's in
It's like old school shit.
Okay,
it's like it's something super brutal sounding.
Yeah.
The name. I wish I
trying
could
to think of
fucking
his
remember.
How do you
name.
guys know of this man?
I saw him play. He opened for Cattle
Where?
in San Francisco.
Oh.
Like hell of long ago.
There's a lot of bands like that. Like Sleep Terror was kind of like that.
Dude,
Totally.
I saw Sleep Terror. Okay, dude. I saw Sleep Terror at a house show with Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, on drums. And it was just Luke and Dave. And it was
I can't remember. I don't think Dave was there
so
when Luke played.
sick.
Wait, you
And I
did? You
had
saw
the-
Cattle without Dave?
No, Sleep Terror.
Sleep
Yeah,
Terror.
or Sleep Terror without
I
Dave.
think. I can't remember. I don't know if I did.
This was probably like 2006.
Are you talking about something more recent?
No, this was a long time ago when I saw Sleep Terror. It was like I can't remember if he was by himself or not.
Yeah, because Santa Cruz used to be like kind of a little death metal stronghold.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that back in the day.
Yeah, it had a
'Cause we
lot.
had like Decrepit and,
I mean, still decrepit.
and Odious Mortem.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz still has
Does
some crazy
Severed
shit
Saber
coming
come out
up.
of there too?
They're from like an hour away.
See, it's a
But
little
it's close
pocket.
enough. Yeah. We're all like friends.
Yeah.
Well, the Bay, I don't
Bay
know.
Area death metal was
Dude,
like a
back
thing.
in the day,
Yeah.
it was like the
sick.
Bay to me, that was where I wanted to be.
Right.
All of my favorite bands were coming out of there. And all the unique leader bands, a lot of bands who were signed to other, like a lot of the more deathcore type, the
I wonder
all
if
shall
there's any-
perishes of
there's
the
no death
world.
metal bands. Is there any death metal bands? from
Decrepit is still
Yeah, but-
Continuum. Zenith is
Anything
kind of Zenith is just
there? Zenith is
California,
like
I would say.
SoCal though, aren't they?
Fallujah.
Fallujah, yeah.
But they're all over the place. There's a point where like the shit spreads and there's no more
Totally.
scene.
Totally.
So now guys live there.
Right.
You know, but their bands are spread apart.
Dude,
you know?
totally. One thing that I will say about Nashville, and one thing that was exciting to us in moving here, is that there actually is a metal scene here.
Yeah.
INFERI is mostly based here, right?
Yeah, everybody except for Andrew.
Where's Andrew live?
Denver.
Okay. Has he thought about moving here?
I think there's some thoughts about it, but yeah, we haven't got that far. Stevie just moved out here, I think in October.
He lives like down the street.
Yeah, down the street.
Yeah.
Like I think like right beyond where Evan lives.
No, I
No,
don't think
he
so.
lives closer.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, really close.
So
here.
Mark Lewis, you know Mark,
Yeah.
he lives like in
Around the
between.
corner.
Yeah, he lives around the corner, and then Stevie lives down the street, right
And then
across from
Evan's all the way back there.
Yeah, and then Evan is like 10 minutes away, but Stevie and Whitney are like
Okay.
5 minutes away.
Yeah, it's really close.
Yeah.
But
We've been meaning to hang out with them actually. Yeah.
We should all hang out.
no, we
No.
should. I invited them. Stevie's out of town this weekend. I invited them over tonight, but
Because there's like
Yeah.
a weird random like bar here. There's only like one
Out here?
Yeah, that
yeah,
we want.
called
we,
Jolly Ollies.
yeah, we want to go hit it.
I think Evan mentioned that place before.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should hit it, dude.
I'm
Sometime.
down.
But
It's
really,
it's like the only place that stays
but
open
really,
until 2
it
here.
does
Right.
seem like with INFERI here, we are here. People from Ben
It's
lives
growing,
here.
dude.
Dusty,
Lot of
BT
people.
Bam.
Drummer
Tons
of
of
Animals, Matt, just moved here.
Really?
Yeah,
Garska?
like
Yep.
yeah.
Damn.
So it's like,
he moved to like I don't want to say where he lives, but he
Yeah,
moved
yeah.
here.
but it seems like there's a metal scene here.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
Mark Lewis fucking moved
Mark
over here.
lives here. Yeah.
I think it's like the new
It might start popping up, dude.
dude. I'm
Casey
into it.
Casey
Yeah.
Sable. He was the original vocalist of Periphery. He
Do you know
lives
that?
here.
Do you know that guy?
Oh shit. No.
Yeah, he lives here. I mean, he lives kind of far, but it's
What's far though?
like 45 minutes.
Brentwood.
Okay, see, yeah, you guys have a different perspective of far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, the I noticed that traveling, like okay, it's like when you move to LA, you get used to like a different type of
Distance.
Yeah, distance, and it here is similar to LA. Don't you think so, Cheney? Like driving like
well,
a half hour to go to someone's house, it's not the same as like the Bay Area half hour. It's like we live in a different state. Like I'm not going a half hour.
Well,
to hang
the
out
thing
with,
is that
with traffic or without traffic?
with no traffic, like a half hour drive, it's like ooh, that's kind of far, dude. Not
Well,
doing that.
being-
it's more provincial.
We
than
we,
here.
we grew up that way.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Here.
did I.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up. It's like,
Yeah.
even
I like it. I'm saying it's a good thing.
from where I grew up to where my parents live now, I consider that to be in the same town, but it's still only only a half an hour away.
Right.
Only.
Right.
Because I grew up like driving that far. I think that in California, because it's so mountainous, it's a little different to drive to places.
It's more of an effort.
Exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
So here it's like you can jump on Gallatin or you can jump on the high interstate or whatever,
Right,
and you'll
just get there.
Yeah, that's how I grew up, and I don't think that it's like a big deal.
Yeah. Like I said, I live like 30 minutes away.
Which to me is like the next neighborhood over.
Yeah.
pretty
and
much.
like the
30
thing-
minutes, though, is probably like 15 miles.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Because the weird thing here is it takes me 10 minutes to get out of my neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I get on the main road.
Yeah.
Then I go 10 minutes to get in your neighborhood.
Exactly.
Right.
So
You know
it's
what I mean? That's the
short.
30 yeah.
It's pretty short.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is here. I mean, it probably takes like 7 minutes or so to get to the highway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So, I mean, it's just a different vibe.
Well, everything's
all.
in Nashville as well. Like if you're leaving Santa Cruz, you have to go to San Jose or Watsonville, and here I consider it all to be Nashville. Like
Right.
I don't even know the difference
It's
between.
it's like LA in that way.
Yeah, totally.
It's like-
Exactly.
we
But
just
if
say
you
Nashville,
live
but
in
it's
like the Bay Area, like going from like San Francisco to Oakland, it's like that's
Right.
if you I don't know how it is now, but back in my day, like if you lived in San Francisco, going to Oakland, it's like, dude, that's a
problem.
I'm not going. Are you kidding? I'm going way out to it's like 5 miles away.
Yeah, you might as well live somewhere
like,
else.
seriously, it's 5 miles away, 10 miles away.
But how long does it take you to get there?
Yeah, it's gonna take a half hour, 45 minutes. You're like, I'm
Fuck
not
that.
going out to.
Yeah,
fucking,
but if
are
you look
kidding
at
me? That's
fucking,
crazy.
if you look at San Francisco and Oakland on a map, they're like that close
they're just
together.
right there. Yeah,
They're-
I thought it was like the same city.
totally.
You know
Cheney
what I
does
mean? To me
too.
it is.
Yeah, she thinks it's
Like,
the same.
like, don't you just cross the bridge or something?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I have no idea. I lived
the
there
same
for so
thing.
long. I have
So
no
that's
fucking
kind of.
idea.
I mean, distances here are like a little bit. It's just a different.
Yeah.
Well, you're just driving through plains. It's just a flat surface of land, so it doesn't. There's not like a bunch of terrain to go through, and I feel like that makes it seem like a lot
Yeah.
more of a space.
Yeah, there's a lot of hills and stuff, but like as far as like the actual roads, it's pretty chill. It's not.
It's
like,
way better.
It's not like going over actual mountains.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
weird.
Like we drove down
coastal
to
cliffs and shit.
like we drove to Winchester. I don't know if you know where that is. It's like 100 miles away.
I don't know.
South.
There's like 1,500 Winchesters in the United States.
We drove to Winchester.
Yeah.
So it's actually
they
real,
made a gun out of it.
it's real close to Jack Daniels.
Okay, yeah, Kentucky.
Lynchburg,
It's
Tennessee.
pretty close. No,
What's in Kentucky?
south.
Yeah, yeah.
Jack Daniels, Tennessee.
Yeah, it's Tennessee.
Yeah, what?
Tennessee
Bro,
whiskey.
This is the thing when people move to a
remember.
state that other people are from, because it happened to me with Santa Cruz with
Kentucky.
Naveen. I'm gonna know more about Tennessee than you do
Yeah,
in
for
like
sure.
a year.
I think Evan Williams is Kentucky, and I got to.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. And I want to go up there and do that.
Have you been to the Jack Daniels place?
Yeah, we went like a week ago.
Dude, we went to Jack Daniels. It
Yeah,
was sick.
it's awesome.
It was fucking
It's awesome.
And the whiskey they have in the gift spot is dope.
We
so
bought
we
some.
have
Yeah.
2 bottles that we bought. We haven't cracked them yet.
Yeah,
Have
it's
not
dope.
cracked them. One of them is so they take the barrel and they sell it to a winery,
Right.
and then after the people age the wine in it, they sell the barrel back.
See, that's dope.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah, I
that
love
cool?
that.
That's like
Yeah.
cross pollination.
Yeah.
Dude.
So we have that. So it's basically Jack Daniels aged in a wine barrel, and then we have another one that's like Jamaican. It's like
It's like a Jamaican
a
wood.
trial. They're just a tester, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like they make the barrel in a box, and a bunch of Jamaicans smoke weed in it, and then it gets
Yeah.
all the weed into the box, and then they send it back, and then they make the wine or the whiskey out of the box with
Yeah.
the weed smoke
Exactly.
resin in the fucking box. Yeah,
yeah.
I like.
So you went to
And
Jack
then
Daniels,
Snoop Lion appears.
Yeah.
right? You went to Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I've been a couple times, not recently. I went when I was a little kid, and
Little kid.
once-
Damn.
Who
once
took
when
you
I was-
there? Your mom?
That's,
My parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's solid.
They were taste tested, and you were like,
that's how old it was. My lights and my my LA gears. Someone thought someone had a cigarette in the room when they turned off the lights for some reason, and I was walking around, and someone's like, "Someone's got a cigarette in here," because it's like flammable shit. It's like, no, it's just my LA gears.
Damn.
Back in the day, kids, we had lights in our shoes. So fuck you.
And they lit up when you stepped.
Yeah.
I would actually wear some right now if I could find some.
Those are kind of dope.
Yeah, they're dope.
Do you
as
guys
fuck.
remember the ratchet, like Ratch Tech? It was like BK Ratch Tech.
Dude, yes.
No.
They had like a little like ratchet, like a rollerblade on them.
Yeah, I remember
that
which.
shit?
I also remember.
I wanted those so bad. I was like, those are the sickest.
There was shoes that you pumped up.
The pumps.
Pumps, dude.
Yeah.
They had like a basketball symbol on it. And you just.
Chaney, you remember those, don't you?
No.
Are you fucking serious?
yeah.
She lived in Iowa, dude.
Oh my god. I'm like.
It's like Iowa was like the last state to get the
You
fashions.
don't know?
Yeah.
The very last state.
Before
You
the
don't know
internet,
the
100%.
Okay,
That's how
so
it was.
first of all, you were in California. You were in Nashville, which
Yeah.
is like there's fashion going on in Nashville. The country stars, they're wearing all that shit.
Yeah.
Iowa was like I had to
That was a
get the
thing.
magazines.
That was
Yeah,
a
it
thing.
really was. It
Like,
really was.
All the big cities got the cool shit, and then when your homie came in town, they're like, I ain't seen you since whenever, and he has all the cool shit, and you're like, oh shit, that's a thing, and then all the
Totally.
slang, that's how you transferred slang, and then
Chaney, you don't know these.
100%.
You don't know these right here? With the pump, dude.
No.
Bro, that's
Whoa.
Seriously?
They're
That's
they
next level, dude.
only now have made their way to Iowa. I'm gonna go tell all my friends about it, dude. I'm gonna be like, you guys, we didn't hear about these.
Yeah, you guys you blew it, dude.
Paul Litchfield invented them. Why did he invent them?
Performing at a much higher level. We were in a competition.
basically
with our
suffocate your feet.
to become the preeminent.
It's like the
Really?
the
Is that what they
shoe,
do?
the shoe, like the
Tightens.
tongue of the shoe.
Yeah.
You pump it and it like inflates and it
The
makes
whole
it real.
shoe inflates.
I think it's like a sack in the tongue.
Yeah, and it tightens up.
Dude,
around
that
your
sounds fucking gross.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And it inflates, and then you have like a tighter fit shoe.
I never
Okay.
had those.
I didn't either. I only had the light up shits.
I think
I had light ups.
Yeah, I don't know which ones I had. I don't know if I had the light. LA lights, dude.
LA lights, yeah.
Yeah.
LA gears.
Yeah.
You didn't have those.
I don't know. I know that my brother did.
Yeah, he's always been on the tip top
I think
of
my
fashion.
brother got those, and I might have got the BK Ratch Tech.
Oh shit,
Okay.
BKs, dude.
The BKs.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure I had those. I'm not positive.
What are
though.
BKs? Can we look them up?
All right, let me look at them.
I don't know what ratch techs are. Are they the same
Beacon.
thing where you pump them up, or
No, they have like ratchets on them. BK
all I can think of is like a ratchet
Tech.
person?
There it is. Boom.
Lit. BK Knights.
Oh, these.
Damn, those
British
are
Knights,
pretty
dude.
Oh, those
British
are
Knights.
sick.
$60. That's a good ass deal.
Lit.
What? That's a fucking horrible deal.
See, they had like
Oh,
this
these.
little ratchet
Yeah.
thing right there.
Oh, they like tied
And
from
they,
the
yeah,
front?
and they have like a.
It's like a rollerblade. They go like, yeah.
Isn't that crazy, too?
It reminds me of
Look at those
Spider-Man
things.
a little
They're
bit.
fucking
Chaney,
awesome.
where you at, dude?
The
I don't know
cat
about those. I like
cheetah print.
Those things suck.
Do you guys remember that movie Brink from Disney Channel?
Brink.
Brink? No one remembers.
I remember the
See, I think we're separate
show, but
eras.
I didn't watch.
See, Chaney's like 4 years younger than us, so it's like everything she's into is like the.
Right. Like she didn't watch Nickelodeon shit, right?
No, I did
Oh, you
totally.
did?
But I probably watched it a little after you did. Like you might have watched Pete and Pete.
Did you watch Rugrats?
Hell yeah.
All right.
I stopped around like, I don't know. Last shows I remember. Well, I'll put it to you this way. I didn't grow up with SpongeBob.
Me
Nope.
either.
Nope.
I can't relate.
Can't relate at all.
I think there's a point where Nickelodeon. I think the
Fell-
last thing I
fell
remember
off.
was like all that, and then
Dude, all that?
That's all I remember.
What about what was that show?
Hey
that-
Arnold was the last thing I remember.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hey Arnold kind of I don't know what it is about Hey Arnold. Like I liked the show when it happened, but I don't want to it keeps coming up on my Prime. And I just don't want to relive it. There's something about it that I'm
I want
like
to check it out.
it kind of like brings back I don't
Weird
know, it's
times.
like
Bad vibes.
But Hey Arnold, it's a really good show, but it seemed kind of dark back in the day. Like Stoop Kid, I think
well-
about him all the time.
Oh man, Stoop Kid.
Yeah.
You get canceled for calling a kid Stoop Kid now.
Well, I call our cat a stoop cat
Yeah.
all the time because he only just hangs out on the stoop outside.
You're like, oh my god, they called this kid poor. Stoop Kid.
Well, Hey Arnold was like, they're in the city.
Right.
They're in
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never, when you do not grow up in a city, I don't know if you can relate to this, but it's like I just never, I just thought it was like this far off cartoon land. Like I never thought that was real or
I grew up in
comparable to
Chicago, so
anything.
it was relatable to me in a way. But
how long did you live there for?
I think I was in like first grade, honestly, like halfway through first grade. So it wasn't a big thing, but like I remember the tall buildings and
all right,
and it being windy and frigid as fuck.
Our toilet froze one time.
What?
Whoa!
Your toilet froze.
The radiator died because we had radiators.
Right.
And the toilet bowl froze.
Yeah.
Like the water in it. What?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What do you do when your toilet bowl freezes?
Don't piss or shit.
Well, where do you do it?
You wait. You open up the oven and you turn it on and you hope it makes the house
Hope
warm.
everything melts.
I've been thinking about that lately. I'm like, you know what? We need to maybe get like a generator.
We got a generator.
Just in case, you know?
Well, Mike has a generator. We got it for shooting music videos.
Oh, smart.
Because we shot a video like in the middle of the woods at this like abandoned cabin that's like 100-something years old.
Oh, where's that at?
It was in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
Seems like everything is in Murfreesboro.
There's a lot of stuff in Murfreesboro. It's mostly people, not really things, but locations and nothing.
Greg Vance is there, right?
I can't remember where he's living now. He's moved around a bunch. But yeah, we needed a generator. I thought it was going to be like just a spot, but I'm so glad we got the generator.
Yeah,
because we had to hike all of the gear from
not
the
a
van
spot
into the woods.
Yeah,
holy shit,
and set up. And once it got dark, there was no light on the way back to the van, so we had to had tube lights, you know, that we used in the video, just walking around in the woods with it, like navigating.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, get a generator because like one year it's gonna like have a blizzard or some shit.
Dude, your power goes off here, you're gonna be in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Because like there's been
no one's gonna be prepared.
No.
Yeah.
Like my brother-in-law has his house set up to where if their power goes out, he just goes psh, and the whole thing switches over to a generator and the power just keeps going.
That's A+ shit right there.
Yeah.
That's zombie apocalypse. Like I'm ready.
Yeah, Sam's ready. He's an electrician though, so he's like, you know.
So you need to do that
he's
and
got
have like
that
a
covered.
barrel of fucking gas.
Yeah.
Totally. If you don't have the gas, then you're fucked.
But that is funny. The minute that we moved here and the winter started, it's like, oh fuck. Because in Santa Cruz, you're never prepared for that.
Right. Yeah.
But in Nashville, honestly, people are less prepared for snowstorms than I thought they would be. Because where I'm from, the salt trucks start rolling out. Your boy 3 houses down has like a plow on the front of his truck. Here, I saw no plows. I saw no salt.
The thing is, it's gonna melt.
Yeah, it melts.
It never lasts. So
yeah.
One day it's not gonna last, dude. Or one day it's not gonna melt.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know.
One day it's not going to melt, and then we're going to be calling in the fucking...
Not me. I'm going to have a
Feds.
fucking generator.
I think that happened in 2016. I think it was like 2016 or 2000. Actually, no, it was earlier than that. Because I was writing A Loathing Requiem, so I think it was like 2014. We had like crazy like ice storm that like we had to like walk from our house to the gas station to get something to eat through the snow. That was like 2.5 feet or something.
Holy shit.
Like a mile to the gas station.
Oh my God.
Like, man, we don't have anything anymore. This didn't melt.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's like, what do we do now?
Here, it's like not good.
But I did notice that because we were waiting for a fucking dryer.
Yeah.
We got our washer. So Naveen and I placed an order for a washer and dryer on
We're like, we've
Black
never had
Friday.
a washer and
shit.
dryer, and we're like, dude, we're gonna get a fucking sick washer.
So
and
we
dryer.
were like, it's
Fuck
time.
that.
It's time.
Like we've never had one.
So on Black Friday, we ordered one to be delivered when we moved here on December 23rd. So they both got delivered, but our dryer had a dent in it. All right. This was the biggest mistake that Naveen has ever made, is that he sent it back.
Well,
No,
they
I didn't
could have
send-
dropped it.
No,
And then
they were like, hey,
Yeah.
dude, come here, check this out. Your dryer's all bent up. We're gonna get you a new one. And I was like, oh, all right.
Okay, all right.
It did cross my mind to be like, it's straight.
It's fine.
It's straight, but
Yeah.
it was pretty bent. It was pretty bent up.
But they sent it back. And then, so such ensued the longest fucking process of my life because the snowstorms happened. So when the snowstorms happened, they would be like, "Oh, it's undeliverable."
Right.
Where I'm from, the salt makes it deliverable, dude.
Right.
It's all like you don't have to stop working or stop the entire city from functioning because of like 7 inches of snow or whatever.
You're like from Canada, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here, like the main roads are salted, but like
it
takes 10 minutes to get into the neighborhood. So like
totally.
all those roads from the main road to get to your house is fucked.
Dude.
Well, dude, I was like the day before the first storm, I was at Walmart and it was like fucking hella packed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stupid California boy.
We didn't watch the news
I was
before
like,
this.
I was like, this fucking Walmart's hella crowded, And then like Evan and Chelsea were like, yeah, because there's a fucking storm tomorrow, dude. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, I probably should. Right. We had like no food.
No, we had nothing.
We just moved here.
And Evan came over
food.
that night. Evan came over that night and he was like, you guys do know there's a snowstorm that's going to happen tomorrow, right? And we were like, no. So we went and drank beer.
You would have died, dude.
Yeah, I know. We went and drank beer and like Evan never was like, you guys should like go and get some fucking groceries or something.
We went and like partied at Evan's. And then we drove home.
He told us the next day, he was like, yeah, my work got called out and Chelsea's school got called out and all this shit.
And we were like, sick, party time. Like the day of the storm, Chaney and I were like, fuck it, dude. We hopped in the car and just like mobbed it to Walmart.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It was kind of crazy.
It was.
It was a wild ride.
Was it like before the snow came?
No.
It was like during.
It was a
during
wild ride.
Oh.
I gotta be honest. It was like murderer vibes and they're Jeffrey Dahmer vibes.
Yeah.
Like that's the only people who were shopping at Walmart that day.
There was one.
It was kind of fun.
There was one time no, I don't think they let work out, but I went over to our old vocalist's house. He lived like down the street from me at the time.
INFERI's old vocalist?
Yeah. Josh. And he's like our original vocalist.
Word. Last name?
Josh Harrell.
Okay, word.
He's on
date of birth
first. He's on the first three albums.
Social security number.
Yeah.
It's 481.
On my way from work, I stopped at his house and we were just like, drinking a couple of beers or whatever. And then all of a sudden we saw some snow. And then all of a sudden there was snow. And I was like, I don't know what's happening. So I drive around, like I leave his driveway and I drive down the street. Granted, my tires were shot.
Bald as fuck.
Bald as shit,
yeah.
that death metal paycheck. Didn't hit.
None. That $12 didn't hit your bank account yet.
Dude, that $12
Those
check.
discreet songs did not pay off. So I turned left, at the stop sign to, go to my house.
Yeah.
And I pulled off and turned left and kept turning left and kept turning left. And I was like, and I drove straight and I went right back down the street.
Yeah.
And I went back home to his house.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I'm here now.
Yeah, like that's not happening, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is here. I mean, they don't have like the infrastructure for it because it doesn't like stay forever.
Dude,
but that's what I think is kind of I thought it was kind of fun.
I did
honestly.
too.
I was into
the
it.
snow night we were talking about, we went over to Evans and had like a movie night. We watched some shitty. What was the name of that movie? We watched a movie about with Sylvester Stallone in it.
Over the Top.
Where it's about arm wrestling and he meets his long lost son. Dude.
Well, Evan's like way into like 80s movies.
It's the worst
right
fucking
now.
movie I've ever seen in my life. We had to turn it off, bro.
It sucked.
And we've watched several other names there, like Roadhouse and like
Roadhouse is sick.
We watched New Year's Eve with like Katy Perry, and we still couldn't watch this movie. It wasn't Katy Perry; she's a good act, but it was bad acting.
So you turned off the Sylvester.
We
Stallone
turned
movie?
off the Sylvester Stallone movie.
That's pretty bad. I don't ever turn off movies. I turned off The Matrix. The new Matrix.
The new one?
Yeah, the new Matrix. Dude, people are like, oh, new Matrix.
I can't bring myself to watch it.
Fuck that. Because the original Matrix is one of my favorite movies.
Of all time.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's
like
one of the best, yeah.
Best science fiction movie ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would agree.
Also,
how could you not agree, though? Like, the concept.
Right.
No, it's
like
fantastic.
that concept is like legendary.
Well, I feel like it's something that so many people think about when they're high. Like,
for sure.
The Matrix. the Matrix.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the.
It seems like
Matrix.
it wasn't even like invented. It was just like something that's always been around. The concept of it.
Yeah, it's because every time I eat mushrooms, I'll think of that.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's where it takes me.
I know, every time.
I'm like, oh, the Matrix
But when
is
I
happening.
when I do acid, on the other hand, I'm
Mirrors
just
everything.
find myself like reading Erykah Badu responses on Reddit, and I'm like crying and thinking about how amazing Erykah Badu is. That's really happened to me.
That's amazing.
I don't think I'm into all that stuff.
We were watching this movie. We were watching the
I've
movie
done it
at
a bunch.
Evans.
Not into it.
The night of the snowstorm, I drove home, and it was just pure fucking slick ice down that main road, Johnny Cash Parkway or whatever. And there were police out, but no one had salted this shit.
No. That's the weird thing about these roads. All these back roads to neighborhoods are windy, hilly roads.
Yeah.
And they make no sense, by the way.
Over here especially.
Yeah.
These are weird.
Okay. Do you agree with me there?
Yeah, 100%.
Because Cheney was trying to say, oh, that's...
I think
you don't
they
have
make
any,
sense.
No, they make, like, you can turn down one of them and it's all straight, but you turn down another one and it's...
all hilly.
Dude, one time, like the street before ours, if you turn down that one, you'll go up a hill and it's sick. It's like a fucking, you get a view of Nashville.
Right.
But it's like, where am I?
What happened?
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's hard to navigate around here.
Yeah, I've
It's
been wondering
it's
about-
not like,
That's because they are building around like crazy hills and shit. They're like...
Really?
Yeah. Like this... We're like right next to like the Appalachian Mountains and shit. So like...
dude, that's right. My people.
They're... all these areas, like before their houses, are usually like forest lands that have like hills and crazy shit.
That would make sense because
then they
there's
have to-
like one road you'll go down, it makes sense. Another road, you're I'm like so lost. Like, where the fuck am I? You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is basically like the country. This is like the forest that they turned.
They knocked it down.
Yeah.
That's why there are dog packs and deer packs.
Right,
and
right.
Coyote
There are
packs running
definitely
around.
coyotes around here for sure.
Dude, totally. And it's mating season,
Yeah.
so pull your cats inside, bro.
I don't know how animals live outside.
I don't
It's
know.
so
I don't
fucking
either. We have a bunny.
They got coats on.
We have a bunny that lives in our front yard, and when it snowed, we saw bunny tracks across the yard. It's just like, where the fuck does the bunny go at night?
Under your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think
It's
so?
like, thanks for the...
You think so? You think he's like all cuddled up by the HVAC?
Bunnies are cute.
At least for a couple days until something eats it.
Yeah.
Malcolm, I want you to do something. Can you reach in the back of your head? Do you have like a melungeon bump back there?
What the fuck?
Here, I want to.
Like at the bottom of your, like I have this
I
thing.
your camera, but...
I think I remember you guys talking about this on a podcast.
Oh, really? We already asked you before.
No, I listened to it.
He doesn't have it.
Doesn't have it.
He's not a melungeon.
Not legit. Not legit.
I'm not an alien.
Yeah, he's not part of our people.
Maybe you guys are aliens.
The Cheney doesn't have it.
I don't have one.
Cheney doesn't have it. It's like at the bottom of your skull. It's like an almond. Like it sticks out.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
So it's like an Adam's apple in reverse.
Yeah.
But
it is. But it's an Appalachian people.
Oh yeah.
Called Melungeons.
My people came from Africa.
Yeah. The thing about
Only half
Melungeons,
of
that's
them,
And Germany.
yeah. So Melungeons are part black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Fiona Apple claimed the other day that she was a melungeon.
I know, and I was like, damn, that's fucking
But you
crazy.
and Evan have those bumps, and I told Evan that Fiona Apple was a melungeon, and he's like, she doesn't put off melungeon energy. He's like, I'm not going to count her as a melungeon.
But yeah, like Southern people like a lot of them will have that because like my mom's from Kentucky, so
Okay.
she has that, and my brother and I have it too.
Sean has one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. What? That wouldn't make any sense if I had it and not Sean.
But it would.
That happens all the time.
That's how you would find out that you had
It's
different
like
dads.
if your brother was a midget.
Yeah.
And you're not.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
That would be a bummer.
Yeah. Because you get half of the genetics. And I think, being a midget is recessive for something. So.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they can have like a full size person, right?
Right.
No, totally.
That is
If
amazing.
you watch Little People, Big World, which I've watched a few seasons of, the little people
Average size. Is
Okay,
that what they
I
call
believe they like to be called little people
sure.
now.
My
guys.
My bad, guys. Really.
Little people.
Well, Malcolm is definitely not a midget. He is like a huge
What's the opposite of a little person?
person.
Yeah.
Full size
regular person.
Tall.
Shaq.
A giant.
Shaq.
Yeah.
LeBron over here.
Yeah.
Malcolm
So,
does not like to be referred to as a giant.
Yeah, I don't like it. So I grew up like
giant person
with the movie Willow and shit. So like, for me, midget just falls off the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, it just goes. It's just like what exists.
Yeah, so my bad.
But I dude, there's this. So you drive in Des Moines, in West Des Moines, like weird shit happens. And there was this town that we always referred to as like the little person town, where like houses were built underground and shit.
Okay.
And my best friend and I were driving past all these houses, and we always thought that little people were like, this is the town of little people. And we drove by, and little people were walking out of the houses.
Like Hobbit shit?
Like Hobbit. Dude, dude, I'll take you there. The next time we're in Des Moines, we're not playing in Des Moines together on this tour, but the next time we're in Des Moines together, I'm going to take you. It's fucking hobbits.
I have a story about little people. I'd like to talk about it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Little people. I'm not making fun of you. Okay? Please don't cancel me for this. I can't remember what tour it was. I think it was
a little tour.
It was it was a little tour.
LT.
We stopped at a truck stop somewhere in the Midwest somewhere. And I went to go get gas for the van. Everything was chill. And turned around, you know, just casually in line, looking around, you know, nobody was there. Paid the money, turned around instantly, almost ran into a little person. I was like, what the?
That kind of makes sense for you though, because you're like,
how would you see
not
it?
a little person.
Yeah, I was just like, almost like, you know.
It's not in your line of sight.
Almost checked him.
Yeah.
Almost checked him.
Yeah.
That was my bad. I went to go pee. And then I saw little feet hanging on in the stall. Like off, I'm not even kidding. And then I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then I, you know, washed my hands, left, went out to the food court, and they were everywhere. And apparently there was like a convention happening. There was like a bus. They got off the bus.
The gas station.
Like a bus.
I was like, a fucking
Because there's a truck stop,
station.
like, like if you stop in Kansas somewhere, there's like a 2-road thing where you go into the truck stop that hits both roads.
For sure.
It's one of those. And there's a bus of them. That's so offensive. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's a bus of little people.
It's offensive. We're being offensive, but that's happening.
But
we can't get around it.
This story
I don't think
happened.
it's offensive. You're not saying anything mean about a little.
Right.
person.
Yeah. And I was just, you know, it happened once, then it happened twice, then it happened 3 times a lot.
At gas stations?
No, this was the same spot.
Oh.
This was the same location.
I thought you meant at several gas stations across America.
This was like, they showed up after we got there. They were like basically pulling up while I was getting gas.
See, if I was one of those guys, I'd roll in there like, yeah, you better recognize we're up in here.
Me too.
I'd be about it.
I'd be about it. I honestly, I'm pretty close to being really short.
No. These guys are tiny babies. And you know,
like bigger than your figurines and
yes. Oh, we gotta cut this. Yeah. So no, this was the same location. They pulled up after us. You know, I almost ran into one, and then I saw the feet hanging, and then washed my hands and went into the food court, and there was like 60 of them.
60?
There was a whole bus, a whole like tour bus full of little people.
That's amazing.
It was like a village. You know what I'm saying? Like they had like a convention or some shit.
Yeah.
And you don't see them often.
No, you really don't.
And it's
you really
like,
don't see
yeah,
them
I know.
often.
So I was just like, what's happening?
Right.
And that similar story happened with juggalos, but you know, just tour stuff.
You stopped and you saw one juggalo.
Yeah.
Small juggalos?
Yeah.
Or
No, these were big juggalos. These were giant juggalos that needed pants and shit. Like, bitch, what are you doing?
Dude, have you watched the Gathering of the Juggalos documentaries?
I think I've seen some clips, but I would love to play it just to.
Dude,
we watched
I
one
want to
recently,
play
and
really
I was
bad.
like, damn, I kind of want to be a juggalo.
Yeah.
Dude, they're all about, honestly, they're like hippies. They're like new age folk, but they listen to ICP and
have different ideals.
They like breathe anhydrous
Yeah,
a lot. They do a lot of nitrous.
Yeah.
Which people at festivals that I've gone to have done a lot of nitrous too. So it's not like
people do a lot of wild shit.
Dude, we went to a festival last year. Okay, we were talking with Jared and Shara.
Okay.
We went to like a deep bass festival, and Naveen and I ended up catching COVID from it. But there were so many people walking around with like huge tanks of nitrous that it was like, I didn't realize that was like a party favor.
Right.
I had no idea.
That was for cars?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
or
Fast
balloons.
and the Furious?
Balloons too.
Okay.
They use nitrous in cars.
Hit the nos, dude.
Yeah. Oh. That's why Fast and Furious is so sick.
Yeah, there's like, I think it might not be the same shit.
Yeah,
I could be lying.
It might. I mean, it would make sense, but they were just like fucking doing nitrous, like literally
nitrous oxide, right?
No, they have like
that's
a fucking cart.
They had one of those radio flyers. They would they'd be carrying those around.
That's like doing
with nitrous.
Duster or some shit.
Dude.
Like Whippets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's problematic.
And then
it is weird.
Have we told you about the show that we went to in Oakland where there were gunshots fired and shit? Like, okay, so we went to this show.
Yeah, we almost got shot.
We went to like this hardcore show. This band called Gulch played.
Okay.
And it was under a bridge, and there were hella
Jenny,
fireworks going off.
Beers real quick?
Yeah. So there were hella fireworks going off, and the stage was a U-Haul.
Is that the last
one?
No, because there's more of these.
You can have it.
Sure.
Yeah, there's more. There's more of the home style.
We will drink whiskey next.
There's all sorts of stuff.
So
we can get drunk.
Yeah, we drink.
You can always get drunk at my house. There's always something to drink.
But so yeah, everyone was playing on a U-Haul stage. It was like a hardcore show. There were fire pits,
which was kind of cool.
We were in like a homeless encampment. There were like 2,000 people there.
You guys played this?
No.
No.
Oh, you
we
just
went to a show.
Okay.
So between us and the stage, a man ran through with his truck, and he was shooting a gun.
Yeah. So
and we thought we were being shot at.
So yeah, we were like by the stage, quote unquote, and you see like headlights coming, right? And then it just starts like going into the crowd.
But when I saw the headlights coming, I turned away because I was like, oh, there's like a van rolling into the crowd.
Medic van or something. Without sirens or some shit.
No, I was like, this is not good. Dude. Right. This is not good. It was in like an overpass. Like it was like a DIY, like a punk show. It was like in a
crazy
homeless encampment, you know? And then when I saw the truck coming through, I was like, that does not seem right at all. And then so I was kind of like, you know, with Cheney, like, all right, we should probably get the fuck out of here. Then dude comes and pulls up and then just fucking leans out of his car window. Just right. So I'm like, oh snap, dude, this motherfucker's like firing. He's killing people. That's what I thought. Right. So I was like, yo, Cheney, we need to get the fuck out of here right now. Yeah. Let's fucking go. Yeah. And I'm like running, you know, and Cheney's wearing hot heels, of course, you know, it's just annoying as fuck. I'm like
in the mud and shit.
Yeah, it's in mud and
train tracks.
And she's like, I can't run.
I was like falling. But
I got her hand and I'm like, dude, let's fucking go. And
but to take this back to my original story, there were a bunch of people who were doing nitrous at this show.
It's a bad.
And I was watching them do it around me, and I was like, these kids. I feel old now. I'm 33. I'm like, fuck.
Like, what are you guys
These
doing?
Kids are killing their brain cells.
100%.
And then when this guy came shooting through the crowd, I noticed that Naveen and I were the quickest to respond.
Right.
And I was like, it's because of nitrous.
Yeah.
These fucking kids are fucking high off nitrous.
Yeah, if you have a fucking wheelbarrow full of fucking nos, dude.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
good.
For family. What are you, fucking
most people
Vin
didn't,
Diesel?
Most people didn't know what was going on because everybody else was firing off M80s and shit. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So the thing is, so I'm thinking like, okay, we're in a mass shooting. Like, let's get the fuck out of here. So we actually bailed and like ran down. We got out of the place, right? And then so I'm like, holy shit, dude! Like, this is gonna be on the fucking news. This is like, because he was also plowing through the crowd with his fucking truck.
Was he like speeding?
No,
really.
He was
just kind of
like
cruising.
Slow, but people were like throwing shit at his fucking truck.
And you're like, no, right?
Yeah, and I was like,
fucked.
but they don't know what's going on. They don't know that this motherfucker is like, you know, brandishing, and
that's fucked.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. So we got the fuck out of there, and I was like, holy shit, dude! Like that was gnarly.
Yeah.
And then Cheney was like on Instagram, right? And she's like, the show didn't even get shut down. Like, nothing happened.
That's insane.
And dude, my friend who was there, he didn't even know what happened because he was on the other side of that truck.
Right.
So he saw it go through, but just thought like a truck was
Right.
leaving. And then he found on Instagram, like I have a bunch of videos saved on my phone of everything that happened.
Right.
Like someone got a video of the dude firing off the gun. And what he does is, see, I didn't really know what was going on because as soon as I see a guy with a gun fire, I'm peace. Yeah. No, I'm not like, oh, let me see what's going on here.
Right.
So what actually happened was he rolls down the window, gets out, and he goes bow, bow, bow in the air.
Okay.
And then points it at everybody and fires it at the ground and then keeps going. So nobody actually got shot.
What an idiotic thing.
How the fuck would I know that?
No. You see a guy. If you see a gun,
if I see a dude with a gun get out and he's brandishing a gun, I'm getting the fuck out of there quick.
It's gone.
Peace. Yeah.
Time to go.
I'm the fuck out of there. So, yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy. But I should probably play those videos at some point because I have them all saved on my phone.
That's crazy.
My mom was all like obsessed with it.
Well, there were.
Because I was like, if someone were to get shot,
what are you doing?
When once you said like they didn't shut it down,
they didn't, dude. Okay, so I have another video of the cops coming, right, and they just leave. And I later found out that the area that show was at, it's like unincorporated land, like it's not city land.
There's a weird piece of land in Oakland that the police cannot go onto, which is weird because
like,
these
do anything there.
people were shooting like Roman candles. We were literally under a high overpass and people were shooting fireworks onto the overpass, and the sparks were like going around the highway while people were driving on it.
So that's like Mecca for homeless people.
Oh, dude, hardcore, bro.
So that's why you can walk around with a fucking
you can do
tank.
anything you want.
But that was the other unfortunate thing about it is that we didn't know when we were walking in that it was like hell of homeless people. It was an encampment that people had essentially overrun.
Yeah, it was not good.
It was Mad Max.
Yeah.
Dude, it was 100% Mad Max.
Yeah.
100%.
The new Mad Max.
That's what would happen if shit goes bad everywhere.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's it.
Totally.
Except for I'm gonna be prepared.
Yeah, and people will get shot.
And I'm gonna shoot back.
Yeah.
That is the thing though. It's like, dude, yeah, that is exactly what would happen if if there were no police and the cities were overrun by crazy people, pretty much.
Anything except for zombies, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Thing is, the zombies are people.
Yeah, the zombies are people.
Just, I don't know. They've lost all the.
Yeah, it's like a metaphor.
Their humanity.
Yeah, it's like it'd be the equivalent of Planet of the Apes, except for the apes are really fucked up people. They lost everything.
Yeah.
And they're coming for everybody else.
Yeah. Which isn't like that far off to imagine. All of those movies, the way that it happens.
Yeah, we're just safe here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
We're close to all that shit. We're just safe, and we haven't figured out how to make apes smart.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the Bay Area, there's like tons of really crazy stuff going on.
Right.
And that's like all the lootings and all that shit. You've heard about that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they're just fucking going up into
these
just like Christmas shopping centers and just fucking like running up in there,
right?
Fucking stealing everything, running.
And you can't like arrest someone who's like shoplifts or some shit like that.
It's like if it's under like $600 or something.
That's
like
a lot of money.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I know.
Yeah, $1 million.
That's why California's not going good, dude.
Like
it's not going good.
$10, steal a sandwich.
Yeah.
$600, looting.
I know.
Like
$600.
You're taking a PlayStation or something.
I know. Could you imagine stealing $600 of stuff from like Walmart?
That's like and not get arrested, dude? I'm just going to shop. And like, here's my shopping cart. Get my calculator out. Is that with or without text? Do you know?
Yeah.
Right, I'm just gonna get it, and then they're like, yo, you didn't pay for that. It's like, yeah. Bye.
Yeah, it's like, are you gonna charge me? Probably not.
No,
it's
I don't know.
under $1,000.
It's not good, but I mean,
that's insane. That's an insane amount of money to just let people walk out with.
Well, yeah, because if you take that times like 1 million people,
right? I mean,
dude,
that's
that's what's going down there. Like that's why you saw all these insane lootings and
that's
stuff.
why people are leaving.
That's why people are leaving. And hey,
is that like a California like rule?
I don't know,
or just like
I think it's everywhere. Actually.
No, I don't think so.
The $1,000
You'll get shot in
looting?
Texas if you do that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Here,
Well,
I mean, come on.
That's a different thing though, because in Texas you can carry a gun, but in California you can't have a gun.
No.
Here you can.
You can steal anything you want, and you can't have guns.
Actually, I think was it last year they made it to where you don't need anything to have a gun now.
Yeah, I think it was like last January.
No. It's right to carry.
Right.
Constitutional.
That was the year that Christmas we had a bombing here.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
I didn't know about that until this year.
Yeah,
actually,
it's 2020 Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it 2019? I can't remember. It's all the same shit now.
Yeah.
The Christmas before this last Christmas. So, 19?
2020.
2020. It's 2022 now.
Oh, it is.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2020.
I don't. Dude, trust me. I don't pay attention to the years either.
What was the deal with that? Where was it at?
So it was downtown. It was next to. I think it was on 2nd Avenue. I think it happened at 8 in the morning. I was up. I was writing new riffs for like the album and shit. I was just up.
At 8 in the morning?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Got up at 4.
Is that what time you wake up every day?
It depends. Like if I'm like grinding on the riff sauce, I'm getting up at like 4. And actually like
that's legit
working. Because no one can bug me at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And it was all Christmas and shit, so like it was super chill. I was just in the zone, and then like the house rattled.
You felt
Whoa.
it? Yeah. Damn, dude.
I was like, what the fuck was that?
Really?
Yeah. I was like, did somebody like a transformer explode outside?
Yeah.
No way. It was that loud?
Dude, it was a shockwave.
Holy shit, dude.
It traveled through the river. I live on the river. So like the sound wave just traveled over the water or something.
Whoa.
I looked outside and nobody else like came outside. I was like, what the fuck? Got on my phone and they're like, bombing happened. And like,
fuck.
So some dude, I can't remember what company he parked in front of. I think it was like AT&T or something. He like had a fucking Walter White trailer full of explosives and he parked it there and he had like an automatic siren telling people, clear the area, blah, 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 blah.
That's kind of good guy bomber.
Yeah.
Good guy bomber, you know? Like,
yeah. And then evacuate something like crazy, like what?
That's so insane.
People were running and shit like, oh my God, because someone's he's in the middle of the street, like parked, not like he's parked. He's like sideways in the street, like perpendicular to the street.
Right.
In the middle
He
of the street.
blocked it off, basically.
Yeah. And he was like, clear the area, blah, 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 blah. I think it was like 8 in the morning. And I think he blew himself up.
Whoa.
What was his deal? Do you know?
I don't know. It was probably some government shit that they covered up.
Yeah.
Could be.
Not good.
I mean, I don't know. No one ever mentioned it again.
Yeah, I saw vaguely.
I saw videos of
yeah.
fucking like the fire going up to like the skyscrapers, dude. It was an explosion. Like the buildings were black, dude.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a video of it. Dude, that was a weird thing about this thing that happened in Oakland to me is that no one covered it.
Dude, it wasn't even on the news.
That's crazy.
I kept, like,
insane.
the minute that we left. So when we were running out of this happening, there was a girl next to us who was literally hysterically crying.
See, that's the thing
like,
that was crazy.
My friend. And we were running next to her. So it was just fueling my adrenaline.
Right.
And we had to run like 4 blocks. And I thought that maybe the shooter would come out and shoot us. So after we got back in the car, I was looking at the...
Yeah, no, we're like...
Just to see if the news reported on it. And no one reported on this shit.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
No, there's no reports at all.
Dude, yeah.
So this is a video of it happening. Okay.
This is it right here?
Yeah, the police were like helping evacuate people because like he had
because they already knew something was kind of sus.
Right, because he was out there for like a couple hours.
Whoa.
Oh
my fucking God.
Like they
dude.
He was telling everyone in the street in their apartments to evacuate.
It was Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I wonder how long he spent telling people to evacuate. Did people die?
I don't think anybody died.
Wow.
Except for him.
Well, that's good, I guess.
He's like,
I mean, it's still bad, but
Yeah, but I want to know what the cause was that he felt so compelled to die for.
I don't know.
There's a Wikipedia, but I'm not going to read it.
Yeah, it's a bunch of. It's probably a bunch of.
That's
conspiracy
insane, though.
shit.
Yeah, we heard about it. We heard about it on
Yeah.
Christmas, I think, because we were here like 2 days before it, and everyone was talking about the bombing.
Yeah.
But it was barely covered. I mean,
yeah. I think once they
Some
found out
stuff-
he was dead, they were like,
Yeah. Some stuff gets covered, some stuff doesn't.
that is how it goes.
"That's a big city with a bomb, though."
Yeah,
You know,
it's
there's
not good.
they couldn't say it was a terrorist, so they didn't have
Yeah.
long-term traction.
Yeah.
There's no like affiliation, so
Right.
it's like, all right, this isn't a news story.
Right. We can't milk this titty.
Yeah.
You know, for weeks. No one's going to be afraid because they don't live in Nashville and there was no agenda.
Right, yeah.
Kind of shit.
But I
That is
feel
crazy,
very
though.
not afraid living here. I really like
It's
living
pretty
here.
safe for now, you know.
I really like it.
And I think there's a lot of there's something to like the South and like the values people have here is like people. And,
I know.
like,
Oh,
being
totally.
kind and shit. And like,
Totally. Like I've fucking moved in and met all the neighbors. You know, and they're like came up.
Yeah, they're just
said
chill.
what's up. You know, if you need anything,
Dude,
you let me
two
know.
different
Fucking-
times. So we went to like this like protein shake shop where a guy makes like sick protein shakes, right? And then we went to another place that was similar to Goodwill.
Okay.
But it seems like they have better stuff than Goodwill. But both of those times we were like out in the wild after we had shopped at those places, and the people who had worked at those places recognized us
That's crazy.
at Walmart.
Like, hey, I just wanted to say hi. I saw you guys at
then
my
they
shop.
came
you
up
know?
to us and
Yeah.
said hi,
That's
which
sick.
isn't a thing that happens in California. Like people are a little too cool to
Right.
fuck with you.
Right.
Too cool.
Like they don't want to admit that they know you from anywhere.
Right.
It's a weird, and I think that this is a part of what caused me to be like a certain amount of depressed after I moved from Iowa to LA, and it's only just catching up to me now that was why.
Right.
Is that people are seriously, and I mean nothing against Californian people,
I do. I fuck California, dude.
It fucking sucks.
Sucks, dude.
but they're
fucking shit.
it's
It
just
sucks.
it's just such a weird community of people where they like there's no friendliness involved, and it's almost like I'm trying to be better than you, or I am better
Yeah,
than you.
what's with that, dude?
That's the
Cool
culture.
guy.
You can
Fucking
easily go
shit,
to
dude.
California and live. Like, say you move out there by yourself.
Yeah.
You could live the rest of your life without a friend ever.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
without
You know what I
a
mean?
friend, totally.
Yeah, totally.
And like,
It's not good.
I don't think it's. You have to really try to do that here.
Oh my god,
You know what I mean?
people just
100%.
want to wave at
100%.
you.
Right.
Yeah, we
wanna
actually
say hi.
like when we first moved here, we went like just to some random bar,
Yeah.
you know, and we were telling Evan about it. You know, we were like, yeah, we went to some fucking bar. It was fun, and he's like, oh, did you like meet a bunch of people? You know, and we're like, yeah, we actually did meet.
Yeah.
Like we met the bartenders. We met the fucking a bunch of guys at the bar. We
It
fucking
was also a bar where we would have walked into it in California, and the people who worked there were hipsters.
Right.
They kind of dress
It-
like
record
us,
scratch.
like they have band
Actually, you know what's
shirts
funny?
on, and
a bar similar to that one was in where we lived, JJ's.
yeah,
Right. And we went there a couple times. We never met anybody.
no one talked to us.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
it was like, what the fuck are you guys
But
doing
here it was like we met the bartender. The
But it's just funny to me
pulled out
that
the
he was like,
whiskey.
"Oh, did you meet a bunch of bar people there?" Because
Right.
that's like what happens here.
One
Yeah.
of the
You meet
bartenders
people.
invited Naveen to be his second at jiu-jitsu.
And he's like, "Dude, you
Here.
should come with me. You could be my fucking guest." You know, like
Yeah, it's
sick,
like
dude.
it's just such a it's a better way to live, I think,
Yeah.
to be friendly.
we
to
should
people.
go there actually. Dee's Country Bar. You ever
Yeah.
been there?
No, I haven't.
It's on Gallatin. It's like not. It's like right before Madison.
Okay.
It's right behind like a porn shop, sex toy shop or something.
I don't know.
But
What? Actually, you know what I've been trying to figure out is what's the venue that was here called? I just can't
The
remember.
end?
No, not the end. Before that.
the one
like
that was in the
old school.
Domino shop,
It
Oh, the
was
Muse.
The
Muse.
Yeah. Yeah, right off 24.
I've
Yeah.
only been there once when I was doing merch.
See,
for
that
you.
was
Played my first show there.
yeah. Okay, so
What
I've
was
been
your first
I've
show
been
there?
wanting to say this.
Like,
Oh, you played your first
yeah,
show there.
my first show ever.
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay, so
Everybody
dude,
did it.
I have a funny story
That's
about
the
the Muse. Dude. I was on tour with the Faceless. I played drums for the Faceless for one tour. And we were playing a show at the Muse. It was that Nile tour.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, Keen was like, this fucking band that's playing is so sick. And he was like, I just called Ash and I'm going to sign him right now. Yeah, it was y'all.
It wasn't me. I wasn't in the band yet.
Oh, you weren't in the band yet?
No, Mike was in the band. I took Mike's place.
Wait, Mike Lowe?
Yeah.
Mike Lowe was in
I thought you were in the band,
well?
but you weren't.
I took his place.
That story sucks, basically. No,
it doesn't. No, because the next time that they played, I got into a fight at the Muse.
That's tight.
I
wouldn't want to get into a fight with you. That would suck.
Some dude was like messing
You're
with...
just so nice, though.
I was helping a buddy.
Yeah.
I was drunk watching, The Faceless or whatever, and one of these, he's a new metal kid, and he was trying to mosh and shit, right?
Yeah.
He didn't get it. He was trying to be a butthead.
How dare him?
And he kept running into Josh, our old vocalist at the time, and he was with this girl, and he bumped into his girl. He's like, "Yo, dude, chill." And he pulled him aside, and I saw it, so I was like, "All right, let's go back him up a little bit." And Josh was like, "Yo, dude, I'm with my girl. Chill. You can't just bump into us." He's trying to be civil, but you
You can't be civil at a metal show.
Yeah, you can't.
That's not happening.
No, you can't.
It's not the thing.
No. So the guy was like, "Yeah, that's fine." Turned around and he did the movie thing, where you turn around and then try to sucker punch somebody.
Oh my God.
and he swung at him. I can't remember if he connected and hit Josh or not, but I did the other movie thing where
You grabbed this motherfucker.
I grabbed him by the shirt, flipped it over his head, and I started punching him.
That's the hockey move, dude.
Yeah.
That's the hockey move.
And I started going at him, dude. And then his buddies came over and they tackled us to the ground. And I'm just going ham on this dude.
Someone tackled you to the ground?
There's 5 dudes.
Oh my God.
Damn.
The whole pit.
I wish
just
we had a
launched on
video-
me at that point.
video of that.
Whoa.
So I was getting punched in the back of the head and shit. And there was nothing I can do. So I just bit this dude in the torso. Until the big bouncer dude grabbed me by the hoodie and fucking threw me out.
Damn, he was bigger than you.
He was about my size. All right. But I wasn't trying to wail on him and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was trying to cooperate. I was just
See, that's the thing though, is that just being on tour with you, I feel like I know you pretty well.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to get you to do that shit because you're
Right.
a really nice guy.
Yeah.
You're one of the you might be the nicest guy I've ever toured with.
I don't know.
Dude, you're really nice and you don't get angry, and for you to go to that length, it takes a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. They threw me out and I couldn't get back in.
Whoa.
Wait, that was your first show?
No. I was talking about the next Faceless show that happened.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, got it.
Just went on.
Got it.
I don't know if that was our first show or not. I think it was our first show. I choked somebody at our first show.
That's sick. I back that.
There was one guy who was
You're unsuspecting is what you're saying. You're getting advice along.
He was pulling some ninja shit in the pit at the first show at this weird festival that was happening, but he was the only one doing it.
Yeah.
And then he punched my girlfriend in the face, and I choked him against the wall until someone pulled me off of him. And it just happened.
But I feel, it's like some
Because I told him to stop first.
Right.
And then he punched her right in the face, knocked her glasses off and shit.
Holy shit.
So I had to choke him a little bit.
Yeah.
That does happen. People do sometimes take it over the line at a fucking metal show. People
Right.
do step over the line. They think, oh, we're in a mosh pit or we're in a dancing pit or what
Right.
the fuck ever.
Right.
So I can take it to that
He was the only
extreme.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's
You know?
it's cool. You can do your thing.
Right. But
there might be consequences for that.
if you're the only one, I know who did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Also, if I'm way bigger than you, then I'm gonna shut that down.
Yeah, for
pretty
sure.
quick.
If he was Shaq's height, I was like, hey babe, we're going home. I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah. It's
but
you shouldn't have been standing there, babe.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been there.
Babe. God damn it,
Hey, babe. Look what you did. Let's go. This is bullshit.
Dude.
Yeah. But unfortunately for him, he was chokeable.
Yeah.
Just
smaller than.
Dude.
Yeah.
I feel like the only time I've been to the Muse was that Animals tour, and I was doing merch. Did the Muse have a little staircase that was a little
right in the middle? Yeah.
Yep. So I remember being there, and I sold merch, and I remember the guys in the front had some really good weed, and I smoked it out front with them. But that was my only experience at the Muse.
Yeah, they that Muse changed. It changed 3 times. Like that middle spot where the staircase was. They used to be where the stage was.
Whoa.
And then like half of the back room was like storage and shit.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
And then the stage was like right there in the corner. I saw a Atreyu there to like 5 people.
What?
Yeah.
Atreyu.
Dude, every band
we were
used to
just
fucking
talking
play
about
there, man.
Atreyu last week.
Yeah.
Because we were hanging out with Ben.
Are they still a band? Are they still like?
Yeah, okay, I think so. We were hanging out with Ben from Whitechapel, and he said that because the last time that we saw Whitechapel was on an Atreyu tour.
Oh, okay.
So
Was it really?
Atreyu, yeah, apparently Atreyu has their drummer has become their vocalist recently, so they're like still kicking. But
That's crazy.
the only
Solid
thing
upgrade.
that I remember, and probably
Solid
anyone
upgrade.
else remembers, is like that butterfly notes and
Yeah, it was,
suicide kisses.
yeah. Back then in the scene that we were in, I kind of grew up in like more like the hardcore scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too,
And,
for sure.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of females like that. So we went to Atreyu and stuff. And, you know. So.
Because a lot of females were wearing lip gloss and black.
Yeah. And yeah,
That makes
all the
sense, though.
emo
That makes
girls
sense.
and shit.
Yeah, not a whole lot of girls at the death metal shows.
No. So yeah, we actually, dude, I think the first show I ever went to was Evan's band.
Reflex? Or
No. Before that, I can't.
It was like the guys from Look What I Did.
Yeah.
What was the name
He was.
of it?
There was Look What I Did is like
Sub Method.
Yeah, Look What I Did is the band with Evan without Evan.
Right.
Did you know that?
Well,
Yeah, basically.
Evan's
Yeah.
cousin
And-
Colby
and
was
Barry,
he in
Barry played
Sub
for somebody
Method?
else.
Barry was in that band.
Yeah, but Barry didn't. No. I'm thinking of Nathan. Nathan is Sub Method's vocalist, and he played for.
I don't know who that is.
He played for. I get these bands confused all the time. Anyway, it doesn't
Was
matter.
Colby in Sub Method?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you know
I think
Colby?
it was
Yeah.
all the guys.
You know Colby.
Yeah.
I think it was all the guys from Look What I Did, but not Barry apparently.
No, yeah, Nathan did vocals for Sub Method.
It might have been the dudes from. God, I'm whacked, but
Sub Method.
I think it was those guys started a new band without Evan, and they got Barry, and that was Look What I Did.
Yeah, because I think Nathan went to go play for a band that was doing shit at the time. I just can't remember the name, and it doesn't fucking matter. Either way, I remember. Here's a story about Evan. We'll see if he wants me to tell it.
He's not going to see this.
There was a band I think that played before them or after them or something, and I don't know if this was the first show that I saw Sub Method play, but Sub Method played with a band that had like a dead deer head.
A dead deer head.
A dead deer head.
Say that 10 times fast. Dead here, dead.
Dude, right?
Dead deer head. Fuck.
A dead deer head. And I remember Evan having a pocket knife and stuck it into the eyeball and then stuck it into the wall.
Holy shit,
way, dude.
That's
I
my
believe that.
that's
I
my
believe
dog.
that. I
Yeah.
believe that. Come
That's my dog.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my boy. Right?
And I was like super young. I was still in high school and shit. I was like, whoa, dude.
You're like,
that
he's
guy's-
so
fucking-
cool.
He's so cool.
Did
dude.
he have like his head tattoo showing?
No, he got his head tattoos in Animosity.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was just like, that's the sickest bass player ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
So you knew who Evan was for a long time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, and I think I was in like 10th grade or something, 10th or 11th grade.
Whoa.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
that's
Evan
long-
is really cool. So
Evan is super
There's
cool.
that.
No,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
yeah, he's a cool. Guy.
And now he's got head tattoos, so he's like even cooler.
No, he got those in Animosity.
Yeah.
Actually, he has snakes on his head. So
I've been
that's
wanting him.
Malcolm's-
I think I've only seen that once.
That's Malcolm's domain.
Yeah. Used to be.
Yeah.
You don't have snakes anymore? So I was telling Naveen, so the drawers that you got for snakes, were they like art drawers?
I
Are
built
they
them.
that then? Oh, you
Okay.
built them.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that'd be a good thing for like cables and stuff.
Yeah.
Cables are
they,
kinda
they
like-
had a lot of merch in them for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Before snakes?
No, after snakes.
I was actually thinking about the snakes. Like that's it kind of your new model thing.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
the new hobby.
Yeah. taking over the snakes.
That would actually freak me out, though. I feel like opening drawers and they used to have snakes, but now they have merch. It's like I would be like a little scared every. No. Do you have dreams of snakes?
I've had dreams of snakes. Yeah.
Since you sold them?
No, because my mind's not occupied with them anymore. You know, my dreams are very weird. But like whenever I'm like, see, my problem is when I wake up and I'm first conscious, the brain doesn't shut off at all, so I have to be awake. And I can like try to lay there and whatever, but I'm like just thinking about stuff.
Totally.
And it motivates me to get up to just like go fulfill the thing I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
So when I was like breeding snakes, I was just like looking up every genetic and everything about it, 100%, like studying other people who did it, all this other shit. So my brain was consumed with it. So yeah, I would dream about snakes and shit like that. And then once that went away, it was more like, all right, band. So everyday riffs, everyday this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was going to ask, do you feel like your mind is consumed with like other people who are playing metal and shit like that now?
No, I never really got into like metal in the way of like weird fandom shit.
Yeah, like caring about what other people are doing.
Yeah, it was just more like the creation of music and not like I think I've learned one Necrophagia song ever, and that's like my favorite band.
Yeah.
Outside of like when I first learned guitar, I learned a bunch of Metallica shit. That was it.
You fuck with Metallica?
I fuck with The War. Early Metallica.
Yeah, that's like the best Metallica for sure.
Used to get stoned all the time and fucking jam Metallica back in the day. And the woodsheds, dude.
Old school stuff.
Yeah. But I've never been one to like learn other people's songs, like. And
dude, me neither.
Nerd out that.
I've like never done a cover apart from last year.
I did one.
Yeah. We did like the Dying Fetus cover.
Right.
And that was like 1 minute. So we didn't actually do the full song. And then I did one like the Necrophagus like intro.
Yeah.
Like just because you got it.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, there's guys out there who've never written a song and all they do is learn other people's songs. It's like, what are you doing?
What's kind of funny, and you probably did this too. Like I would start off like, let me learn this guy's thing. And then I would like write something else.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, I'll just, whatever, fuck that. I'll just like write my own thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're going to learn something, I was talking about this in the Riff Hard podcast the other day. If you're going to learn something, there has to be a purpose to it.
Yeah.
Like, man, this riff is sick. I want to figure out what happened so I can utilize it or whatever. And that's pretty much it, dude.
That's exactly how I feel. Like if I hear a vocalist who's sick, I don't really want to learn the entire song. But there are aspects of that vocal that I want to learn.
Like a technique or like
dude,
figure out like what's going on there. Like
exactly. So Architects is a band that I do not really like. I don't like listen to that type of music, but their vocalist has really good technique when it comes to like pitched vocals and stuff like that. So that type of stuff I really like listening to. But I think that goes back to the Twitch thing. It's like I don't really find myself ever wanting to learn a full song by someone, but there are techniques that people do that like I do want to do a line of.
Right.
And that stuff is cool. And that's why even when I do a cover, it's like a 30-second cover to post on the internet. Like I don't ever find myself
cover.
in a yeah. And I do wonder that sometimes because there are so many people who now exist by just making covers and just putting that out there. Yeah. It's like almost a different like species of musician.
Never been my thing.
Yeah, it's a different species of musician that like wants to do that. Yeah,
anything.
I know.
You just like have here's my daily riff on Instagram.
Dude, totally.
And then it's sick as fuck. And I have like 100,000 followers, but no album for anybody to buy. Or,
I know, and it's weird because I feel like people, like musicians, get hired sometimes off of that shit, and it's like, or people like start listening to them because of that stuff, and it's like they don't actually make that good of music.
Right.
Not that everyone who does that makes bad music, but a lot of people who do that are. There's a difference between someone who like is good at covering music and someone who is good at being a musician, composing, and doing that kind of stuff. And it's like a weird, it's a weird crossroads that we've approached with the whole internet thing where there are some people who exist who do that And then
because, you spend so much time like just making content or whatever.
Yeah.
But what is that?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. It's like what is that person aiming to get to be? Is it that they want to be hired to play in a band, or that they?
That's a weird question because I've never even thought about that. To me, it's just like if I listen to a song, that has an impact.
Yep.
Yeah.
I listen to the riff that I'm swiping up right after I hear 30 seconds of. I'm never going to hear it again.
No
Dude,
impact.
totally.
It's like, damn, he's so much better than me.
There are people out there who their videos are like they're playing Avril Lavigne and Lady Gaga and Nirvana, like all this shit that like it doesn't you don't actually need to play that, or like whatever metal song is really popular right now. A million people cover that and do reaction videos to that, and it's like you don't actually. No one needs that to happen. So what's the aim here?
That's a good question. You know, I started writing a cover for the Mandalorian theme.
Oh, sick.
And I stopped because like I got drunk and I was like, this is a great idea. I'm going to go all in on this. And I did. And once I got halfway there.
That would have been pretty cool.
Once I got halfway there, I was like, I'm not going to put in the work to film this. And I got other shit to do.
That's the whole thing.
I got other shit to do.
Dude, I agree. And there is this fine line that can be walked nowadays where it's like, I've covered a few songs. A lot of people who know that I do vocals heard that Veil of Maya cover that I did years and years ago.
Yeah.
But none of that shit is shit that I actually want anyone to know me for.
Right.
So it's like this weird line that you walk where it's like, oh, I saw your really good Katy Perry cover on the internet, or I heard your sick song.
Right.
So it's like, I personally fall on the side where I want people to just hear my band's music.
Right.
I guess there's some people who just want to kind of like get in a band and like fill the role.
Yeah.
And there's other people who just like want to create stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like when the pandemic hit, I did a cover of Black Dahlia Murder, Contagion. And I did that out of fear because it's like, oh, we're never going to tour again. I guess I'll try YouTube, right? I mean, that was my thought process. I was like, I had a list of like all these.
The thing is, there is certain songs that I have the same list where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking cover that song. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, see, I was thinking YouTube style. Like I had all the songs were based on plague shit.
Oh yeah.
Plague. Contagion. I had fucking Down with the Sickness or some shit. You know, I had like a bunch of stuff that had something to do with like getting, you know.
All right. I like it.
I was gonna do like a whole thing like every week. Yeah. I was like, man, this took so much time to like sit there and try to do the thing, and I had program the drums and then like make the mix sound fine and then do the edit for the video.
It's a lot of fucking work, dude.
I was like, dude, I'm not just gonna write a song.
Yeah, it's like
writing.
That's what I
the
say.
thing is, writing songs is like so easy.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Right.
I don't enjoy giving myself away to other people just for like that, you know, like just to be out there.
Yeah. I don't either. That's the difference, I think, is that there are people who care about doing that type of shit. There are people who care about likes and plays, and there are people who care about playing music.
Right.
And I think that probably where all three of us fall on that is that we care about making music, and if we get plays, cool.
Right.
But I'm not gonna live and die by that. Like, dude, Naveen and I have a shitload of plays on TikTok, but it's not something I ever.
Cool,
I don't care about it. It's not cool to me. It's like whatever. It's just a thing that
we're in a different realm of
exists.
TikTok. TikTok doesn't feel real to me.
Yeah, it's like Monopoly.
It's just like that's for the kids, but that's
Dude,
like
I
the
know.
future. So that's like the first step of like when you get sent out to pasture.
Yeah. It's like, they're just all right. Send them out.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally feel the same way. And to me, TikTok is still like this thing that exists. It's like for people who I don't relate to at all to make weird edited videos that like are not anywhere in the realm of what I make. It's just cool that we posted a few videos on there and they did well. But like, I just feel there's a separation, I feel, between the people who want to be like content creators and do that kind of thing, and the people who like want to make music and do that. And all that I care about is making music. That's all that I've really ever cared about.
Because it's like so fun to make music.
Yeah, it's
like,
so fun.
Easy.
But it's
effort. And it's like
but it's not easy.
Awesome.
It's easy and it's not easy in the same way. Like it's it's easy, but there's a lot of pressure that I put on myself, and I'm sure you guys probably relate to it to a certain extent. That there's
no pressure for me.
Yeah, no pressure. You're a unicorn, babe.
I don't have any pressure.
I do feel
music.
some pressure. It's just that I put on myself though to make the material that I'm working on like the best thing that I've done.
Yeah, I do that to a fault, to where like I literally have like folders of like riffs that like will probably never get heard, just because I'm like trying to like, there's like, I go through waves of like, man, this music's too technical. I'm gonna play some fucking other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like a while ago you like made some stuff with like breakdowns.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck it, dude, I don't care. I'm gonna make some breakdowns.
Yeah. Because I used to do that shit like back in the day before they were even called breakdowns.
Yeah.
So trying new shit, and then I'll listen back to it like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to like reach an aesthetic that like I think people want sometimes. And
every time I do that,
it sucks.
Every time I do that, it sucks. Yeah. Like I have to just go with my heart. Like, I want to make this, and it's not even conscious. It's just like this happened.
Right.
And that's good.
Right.
But if it's like I'm thinking about it, not good.
No, it sucks.
Bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Don't think. Your mind
Just
sucks.
create it.
It's whack.
Let the fucking flow state take over.
100%.
Yeah.
And then
100%.
do the thing.
Yeah.
And then you'll get there. And if you're trying to be like, I'm
gonna do this thing.
You're done at the beginning.
Yeah, we already.
That's what Hollywood's doing right now.
Yeah. And a lot of musicians.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, come on,
it's just
dude,
like it's not art.
It's fucking
I mean, it, quote unquote, right? Yeah. It's not creating.
I agree, dude. Trust me.
Like with passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm a purist or whatever, if you want to call it that. But I just like, when you make something that's, you just made it to make it.
Right.
Make it to make it.
And it feels good.
That's it.
Yeah.
The feel, dude. Yeah. It feels
like
fucking awesome.
When you're like, okay. And then you hit the space bar.
Hit the space bar,
and you're like,
baby.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm doing it. This is it.
It always happens when it's not something that's super labored over.
Right.
It's like I barely thought of that, and I just created it last night. And
it writes itself.
Yeah. And then you wake up the next morning and you push play.
Already existed.
You push play and you're like, holy fuck, what did I just do?
Yeah.
There it is, dude.
Yeah.
And
That's the best
I just
shit.
went and like.
It's like you're a vessel of something else.
Yeah.
100%. And I just went and hung out with like a bunch of people on Friday, like some friends of friends, and I was saying like the best feeling I've ever had making music is when I'm just alone. There's nobody there. And I fucking and I hit spacebar and I'm just like, I'm just getting fucking hyped. Like it's sick. And I'm like, boo, I fucking did it.
Yeah.
I did it. And that's it.
Yeah.
It happened and it went and I'm like, that was awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're addicted to that chase every time.
Yeah. Every time.
Creating something like.
But what's cool about that is like I'm not reliant on like a crowd. I'm not reliant on a fucking person buying my shit or like, you see like other people like actors and stuff. It's like they have to like get a role.
Right.
Right. For us, just fucking make it, dude.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
You can wake up.
Make it. Hit spacebar. You're like, that's fucking sick.
And do the
that's
thing.
It. I'm done.
It's true.
Yeah. And nobody even has to ever hear it.
No.
It's just like my own shit.
Right.
And that's why it's like, I don't know. It's like spiritual, dude.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's like.
It's the fucking best thing ever.
Yeah.
It really is. I feel like, honestly, I feel like you've channeled it a lot better than a lot of people have, because you have your own record label. Like you can do essentially whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
There's no like 2-year gap that has to occur between INFERI records, or you could put out an Loathing Requiem record whenever the fuck you want.
Right.
Or what's the name of your like synthwave
Oh,
project?
Graveslayer? Yeah. I don't even.
Do you think you'll ever do anything again under that?
No, that was a midlife crisis. That was like.
Like I'm trying to make money type.
No. I wanted to. Because we were jamming, and then we weren't jamming, and then I didn't have like a lot of things going on at that point, and I was just like, I think Stranger Things came out, and I was just like, man, whatever music this is sick.
Totally. Everyone thought that one. when Stranger Things came out, dude, everyone's like synthwave project.
This is sick, dude. And I got into it, and I just like, you know what? There's a bunch of plugins on Logic that I never paid for.
Totally.
Just fuck with them. And it got me through like a weird creative
rut.
Yeah. Just doing something different. Like I just wanted to do something that wasn't metal. You know, per se. It's not metal at all. It's just literally, you know, spend all day penciling in some MIDI. Because I didn't have a keyboard at the time. I was just penciling everything.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, it was fun. I used that feeling we were just talking about. I got that feeling. I was like, this is fucking sick. And then I put it out and I was like, man, this shit sucks. But I did it and it was fun at the moment. You know what I mean? Like for me, music and creating it at the moment is about the moment. You know
totally.
What I mean? It's not,
I agree, man.
It's like when you start thinking about like, what's this gonna do and blah blah blah. You're gonna get pooped on, dude.
Yeah, you gotta be like, I made it. This is how it felt. It was fucking awesome. It happened.
And also, there's you can't like be concerned with the reception or how's this gonna do? It's like, who gives a fuck? All that really matters is that 10 years from now, you look back on it and you're like, I gave that the best that I could give it.
Right.
And now I'm doing something else.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was great grave slayer for me.
Do you think you'll do a Loathing Requiem again?
That's a hard question because I have material for it. But honestly, if I'm being real, I don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
it's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So here, like a Loathing Requiem was born because INFERI didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason a Loathing Requiem has 2 albums out is because we released INFERI's 3rd album, and I had already written a bunch of other material, you know, without the plans of like not knowing any of them were going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So, it was like, well,
yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, it was like I didn't plan on making another one.
Now that you have like a full-time like project, you don't need to do it.
Right, we have guys.
I think that you and Naveen can probably relate on that wholesheartedly with Flesh Rot.
Yeah, like I have a project. Right. I have my thing that I'm doing.
Right.
So I don't need to do it.
Yeah, it fulfills me. If I'm doing a Loathing Requiem, it has to get to a point where like, man, I'm really needing to scratch an itch right now. And like the whole point was like, let's make crazy technical music. Where like INFERI wasn't that technical at that point.
Oh, yeah.
In comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And then our 4th album is basically an Loathing Requiem album with the INFERI package.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy fucking technical metal. It's just more melodic with other guys playing on it.
Totally.
So it's like, I can do another one, but like, what if I just like use all the energy towards the band that's like people care about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That is a weird crossroads that you probably come to where it's like, well, if I write this a Loathing Requiem material, it's never going to get played live. It's not like anything.
Yeah, it's just, it's not really like, it just goes out there and it's cool. It's great, but
I'm not going to get that time
energy somewhere else. Yeah.
Right.
Which is similar to Flesh Rot. It's like a lot of shit that would have become Flesh Rot became Entheos.
Yeah. Dude,
because it's like
you were writing. I hope you use that shit, dude.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you.
I want to hear. I want to go. Let's show them the.
Yeah, we're gonna play some song. A song for you at least because it's the stuff that we're doing now.
Entheos,
it's like way more death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that same.
The weird thing is though that we have.
It took me a while to get back to that point.
It's true. The weird thing is though that we have songs that are way more prog and we have like a full blown rock song. Right. It's like they're singing songs, but the death metal is like way more death metal.
Really crazy death metal.
Yeah, it's mostly crazy death metal.
Let's go check it out.
I'm down.
And we'll fucking end this because we're 2.5 hours. Yeah.
Oh shit!
All right, let's end this podcast.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah!
All right, we're gonna have Malcolm on probably a million more times since we live in Nashville now.
We should also do more stuff with like the label and whatever.
Yeah. All right. Have a good week, you guys.
All right. See you motherfuckers later. Peace.